Have you seen these pictures?
Yes, I have.
Shocking, right?
Her face hit that floor. When she jumped on me, she landed on her face.
There's no question she was assaulted. Listen, I don't know your name. You look like a nice lady. You want to get involved with that? The guy is not a gem.
This is Judy Justice. Desiree Francis is suing her former friend, Ronnie Fairley, for damages from an assault.
Court come to order. All rise.
Have a seat, please.
Judge,
Evan?
case 3181, Francis versus Fairley.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, each of you claim the other assaulted the other. There are some other nonsense things here on a counterclaim that I'll go into if I have to. Miss Francis, you met Mr. Fairley online.
Yes.
That was in 2022,
Yes.
according to your complaint.
October 2022.
Mm-hmm. And am I correct that you are unmarried?
Yes.
And you, sir?
I'm married.
The complaint alleges that you met each other online, started to communicate, and became friends.
Yes.
Would
Yes,
that
ma'am.
be a fair statement?
Yes, ma'am.
Just for giggles and because I really like to understand, you know, in my line of work, it's always good to get to know what's in people's heads. What were you doing talking to the lady online? Is that your wife?
Fiance, yes.
So you're no longer married?
No, this is my fiance. Me and Miss Francis, we've never married. This is my fiance.
I want you to listen carefully, Mr. Fairley.
I am.
I asked the plaintiff a simple question. I said to her, are you married? She said no. I asked you a simple question. I said, are you married? You said yes.
I said unmarried. I'm sorry. I said unmarried.
Did he say unmarried?
He said unmarried.
Unmarried. I've got to check this. Maybe I'm on restaurant mode. Hold on.
I apologize,
Television.
Miss Yana.
Restaurant. Normal. There we go. Unmarried.
Yes.
Unmarried. Okay, then I can get off this whole line of questioning. So you got reacquainted. And how long have you been engaged?
2 years, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to ask you, what are you doing online, communicating slowly? Because as you see, I may have at some point challenged hearing. And if someone is trying to get their tie out of their mouth, then it makes it even more difficult. So you want to tell me what you're communicating with this lady online for if you're already involved with somebody else?
Me and Desiree, we came across each other online. We started talking.
You came across online?
Yes, we came across each other online. We have a past with each other.
Okay, so you got reacquainted and you were friends.
Yes.
Did you ever become more than friends?
Yes, ma'am, we did.
And when was that?
From October of 2022 until January this year.
Okay, would you stay at her house? Would she stay at your house? Would you stay at a neutral house?
There was nobody staying at each other's houses. We would stay at hotels. But it wasn't a relationship. It's turned into a business relationship to where I started working for her travel company.
Okay, while you were working for her company...
I'm sorry, you said ask why?
It's always kind of hard to shut the barn door, sir. While you were working for her company, were you also intimate with her?
At the time, Your Honor, I didn't have a...
Forget fiancé. At the time, you said, it developed and you started to work for her company. I just want to know, at the time you were working for her company, were you still being intimate with each other? That's either a yes or a no.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's a yes. Now, on January 10th of 2024, where did you travel to?
I was currently living in San Diego at the time. When he came to visit me on January 8th, I rented a Airbnb for us to stay at.
Why?
Because I have children that I wasn't ready to introduce him to.
Okay, so you have kids?
Yes.
That is a lot.
Okay, so you rented an Airbnb because he was coming to visit?
Yes.
And that was on the 8th?
Yes, he landed on the 8th in San Diego.
And did you and Mr. Fairley begin staying in the Airbnb?
Yes.
So
Your
far,
Honor,
what?
I have met her kids. I actually have video and pictures with her kids. So the fact that she said I don't know her kids, I didn't meet her kids.
No, she didn't say.
I'm sorry, I just sound like
she said introduce.
Introduce.
There's a difference between introducing and having you there for breakfast when her kids wake up in the morning.
I've been there for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I've been there. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This is what I don't understand, Mr. Fairley. I thought maybe I had misread it. The first line of your sworn answers says, Desiree and I have known each other since 2022. Desiree and I have never been in a relationship. I always made it clear that we were just friends. Then you go on to tell a story about what happened that is totally inconsistent with what I'm hearing today. So I'm just going to remind you, Mr. Fairley, that if you tell the truth right on top, you don't have to have a good memory. Because according to your answer, there was no intimacy involved. You were friends, and then you went to work for her. Well, that's not true. You want to show me pictures of you there for breakfast in the morning with her 3 kids. Now you're going to Airbnbs. Do you understand? Okay, so let's try to keep it straight. What were you supposed to be doing the 8th, the 9th, the 10th, because you were there at least until the 10th? What was your, take a deep breath, what was your plan for that week?
My plan was to only be there for a few days. The things that we had agreed on to handle while I was in town.
Like what?
For school, for work. Those are the 2 main things, for school, for work.
What school?
San Diego City College.
Well, what were you doing with San Diego City College?
I was going to school there, doing online classes.
What?
Yes.
You were going to online school, so you had to go there?
Well, I was there because things for financial aid I had to take care of. Those things for financial aid I had to take care of. That's the reason why I had to fly out there as well. I had this whole thing going on.
Your nose is starting to grow.
Is it?
Desiree Francis claims her former friend, Ronnie Fairley, owes for damages from an assault. Ronnie is countersuing for car expenses and travel costs.
Okay, so you had absolutely no need to be in San Diego to get a scholarship. As everyone knows, you do that online, and you go to school online. Going to school online means that you don't have to be in school. Don't say anything, madam. I want you to just listen, okay? Then you're armed with information. Then you can make a rational choice. Otherwise, he talks very fast. I'm going to introduce him to the truth probably at the end of this trial. Now, I'm trying to find out how you both ended up in the same Airbnb for 3 days.
The plan for him coming there originally was for him to come and see his girlfriend.
That would be you.
Me, yes.
Now I'm going to get into January 10th. When Miss Francis, you say that this man who came down to be with his girlfriend, he spent January 8th, January 9th. Now, January 10th, there was an incident. And I want you to start out by telling me what time on January 10th did this incident start?
The incident started after returning from dinner that night.
Tell me where you went for dinner.
It was a gas lamp district in San Diego, just like a pizza place.
Everybody drink?
Yes.
What was the drink of choice for him?
Hennessy.
Hennessy.
Yes.
And you?
Wine.
What time did you get back to the Airbnb from the restaurant?
Around 10 p.m.
Okay, now we're going to pick it up from there.
So after we returned to the Airbnb, we started getting ready for bed. We got in bed and became intimate.
No, we did not.
When that happened, the defendant noticed that I had started bleeding. He told me to get the bleeding fixed. I told him...
Just a second.
Sorry, Yana.
You have to understand something. Look at me. Women do not talk about that unless it's true. There are far more sexy things to talk about. Do you understand that, Mr. Fairley? So stop grinning. Understand, just as the same way a man wouldn't talk about the fact that he was having difficulty romantically and testified to that unless somebody was putting nails up his feet. That's not a story you make up. Don't speak. Just listen. Go.
So when he told me that I needed to get it fixed, I explained that I had priorly been diagnosed with cancer, and I had been in remission, and I was scared that the blood that I was seeing was it coming back. When I told him that, he got angry and started packing his belongings. He packed a jersey that I had purchased for him that I told him I was going to have framed and mounted. He wanted to put that in a suitcase. I told him he was free to leave as long as he left that item.
Was it expensive?
It was a $600 jersey that I already had paid $800 to have framed.
Okay, go ahead.
I told him he was welcome to leave, as long as you leave that so that I can get it framed. He didn't want to leave it. He started getting in my face and yelling. I remember seeing his fist next to my face, and I remember him grabbing my shirt and my shirt ripping. After I remember seeing his fist, I was knocked unconscious. I don't remember falling to the ground. When I came to, he was leaving out of the door. I moved.
How much later?
I'm not sure how long I was unconscious. I don't believe it was very long, maybe
Okay.
a couple of minutes.
Okay, go ahead.
So when I came to, he was trying to leave. I remember him taking his phone out while I was up against the door bleeding, showing his phone like this and telling me that I was being a drama queen. I have photos of that incident. It was definitely not a drama queen, Your Honor. I currently have makeup to cover the scar that I have, but I have permanent nerve damage in my lip from this incident. I'm also missing a tooth and broke another one in half. I also had a closed head injury and a concussion.
Okay, so I'm going to take a look now at your photographs and your medical record. You did go to the hospital. You
Yes,
didn't
I
say
did.
you went to the hospital.
So these are the photos. And then these are from the hospital and the dentist.
Okay, Mr. Fairley, let's start with, you're there, you're back from dinner.
Yes.
It's about 10 o'clock at night.
10 o'clock at night on January 10th, I'm laying there in the bed. She was entering the bed to try to be intimate with me. I refused her multiple times already prior to that.
Is what you're saying. You refused on January 10th,
Yes.
not on the 9th.
No, on the 10th,
Not on the 9th.
we didn't do anything on the 9th.
You weren't intimate on the 9th.
No, we wasn't.
What about the 8th?
The 8th, yes.
You're making it up as you're going. And then you went out for this romantic dinner on the 10th.
I don't
You went
think it
out
was a romantic
together.
dinner. It was a pizzeria, but okay. It wasn't really a romantic dinner.
No. Why all of a sudden on January 10th, after dinner, did you decide that you didn't want to be intimate with her?
Because this wasn't the first time that this has happened.
What had happened?
With the incident with her bleeding. I told her, I understand the fact that you have cancer, you have everything going on, but at the same time, I do not want to be intimate with you.
So now the reason that you chose not to be intimate was because of her physical condition. So I'm going to ask you this question, Mr. Fairley. But for that situation with her bleeding, you would have continued as you had since you came to the Airbnb to be intimate. The reason you just gave me is because of her physical condition. Is that correct? Want her to read it back? No. Or you want to tell me again?
Exactly what I told you. That was one of the reasons.
Not one of the reasons. Not one of the reasons. What was the reason? You got into bed, she got into bed?
Because we were arguing before we started intimate.
About what?
About us wanting to be in a relationship with each other, and I told her I did not want to be in a relationship with her.
It really irritates me that you think you're smarter than I am.
I've never said that.
I'm going to let you finish this. So she got into bed, and she was bleeding, and you said, I don't want to have any part of this. And then?
This is before I knew about the bleeding. I pushed her off. She tried to get back on. I pushed her off again. That's when she scraped my private part, and I pushed her off again. Then she tried to get on top of me, and I said to her, Des, we are not doing this.
Okay, so you said no, and then what happened?
It went left, completely left.
What?
It went left.
What does that mean?
It went left. It went off the rails.
Desiree Francis has accused her former friend, Ronnie Fairley, of assaulting her, causing permanent damage. Ronnie is countersuing Desiree for car expenses and travel costs.
Okay, I'm trying to create a word picture for myself. You were arguing with each other. It was starting to get heated.
Yes.
You decided to get out of bed, right?
Yes.
And to go and pack.
Yes.
And then what happened?
I'm asking her, please let me leave because this is going to go not the way that we want it to go. So when I tried to go to her to get her out of the way of the door, she starts pushing me back, starts pushing me. I turn around, and as I turn around, she's charging me from the back. When she charged me from the back, that's when I flipped her over because she jumped on my back, so I flipped her over me, And that's when she scratched me on the side of my face and everything, and that's when she fell to the floor. Like, she landed head first on the floor after she jumped on my back.
How'd she get a split lip?
Her face hit that floor. When she jumped on me, I flipped her.
If she jumped on your back and you flipped her over, she would have landed on the back of her head.
No, because like the way...
Shh. If she jumped on your back and you flipped her over, she would have landed here. How did she get the split lip?
She landed on her face. So she's like a scorpion. Basically like a scorpion. When your face is in the ground, your legs is up in the air towards your behind. That's what it was.
And then what happened, sir?
I got my things, I left. I went to a local hotel around the corner. I had scratch marks and marks on my hands and my face.
Have any photographs of that?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to take a look. Oh, you're showing me that you had skin knuckle? Is that what you're showing me? I just want to know, sir, is what this picture is of a knuckle with skin off it. That's your knuckle, and there's skin off it.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Now let me read you what your answer was, sir. You said Desiree decided to sneak into bed with me. She was drunk, and I told her no several times. So she got angry and bit me. Now, somehow you left that out. Whitney, we don't have to go back through the whole testimony. You did not take anything down that had anything to do with a bite.
I did mention that.
Nothing but a bite.
I did mention that. I just said, like, she scraped my private part. I did say that.
He did say that she scraped his private parts.
Just a second. You said she bit me. That's what you said in here. She bit me. Desiree then proceeded to cry and beg to enter a romantic relationship with her, to which I repeatedly declined. You had been intimate with her since January 8th. Interesting news, right?
I already know.
Oh, you already know, and you're jumping in anyway. Just wanted to make sure you know that this was January 10th, 2024. Shh.
I know about all of this.
Okay, well, walking in with your eyes wide open. Then you say, I got to the lobby and realized I forgot one of my suitcases. When I got back to the room, I found blood on the walls. Desiree had staged a crime scene. I quickly grabbed my stuff and left. You left out that fact, sir. You said you went to a hotel. Have you seen these pictures?
Yes, I have.
Shocking, right? Have you ever seen these photographs?
I have.
Where?
She sent them to him and he sent them to me.
Okay.
He called me immediately when the situation happened. He called me.
You know why I'm looking at you, right? Okay. Just want to make sure that the two girls are in sync.
There's a whole lot behind it. There's a whole lot behind it.
Yeah. Nothing behind January 8th?
I knew about it.
Good. Okay. I have her hospital record, sir. There's no question she was assaulted on the night of January 10th. I've heard your side of the story. The only injury that I see in the photographs that you gave me are injuries consistent with her being punched in the face. You have a counterclaim that she assaulted you. That part of your counterclaim is dismissed. I saw no physical injury other than the physical injury that probably resulted in you punching her in the face when you got your knuckles scraped. You have some other nonsense in this countersuit. Desiree let me use her company car. Our agreement was that any maintenance would be covered by her. I had to pay for new tires and oil change. How often did you use the car?
About a year.
Is that because you didn't have a car?
At the time, I didn't.
What did you do with the car after the year?
The car actually got repossessed.
When?
The car got repossessed, I would like to say in, October?
What are you looking at her for?
I'm trying to remember the time that it got repossessed.
Well,
in a month.
so there were...
It was in 2024. It was early 2024.
After January? After this incident?
No. It was before the incident.
Oh, you have a counterclaim for car expenses. That part of your claim is dismissed. Now talk to me about a plane ticket. What plane ticket are you talking about?
She promised me verbally that she would pay for my plane ticket to go back home.
And she didn't for a year.
No.
Right?
No.
Forget about it. Listen, I don't know your name. You look like a nice lady. This man wouldn't know the truth if it came up and introduced himself right to his face.
Correct.
Look at his face. He's used to getting over. You want to get involved with that? You look like a nice lady. Do you work?
I do.
I somehow knew that you had a responsible job. Does he work?
Not at the
The
moment.
answer is no.
No.
He doesn't work. he really doesn't know a lot about working.
No.
You think that that's going to change? It's not going to change. Go into it, eyes wide open. Eyes wide open. The guy is not a gem. Judgment for the plaintiff for assault in the amount of $10,000. This is an outrageous picture, sir. And the knuckle that has no skin on it supports this injury. You're an outrage, and I'm actually surprised you're not incarcerated. That's all. We're done.
This court is adjourned.
Kind of just glad the situation's over. I can put this behind me and move on with my life and just forget about this.
It's embarrassing what he's done.
No, I did not assault that woman at all.
I didn't know that he had a fiance. I thought he was completely single.
I pretty much laughed because I knew that she set up the whole thing to make it look more than it was.
It wasn't staged. It was from me being pushed backwards after being punched.
Close this chapter, move on with my life, and put her behind me.
I don't want it to happen to anybody else.
If that girlfriend, fiance of the defendant doesn't heed your advice about getting out while she still can, the fact that she said that she laughed off the photographs that she saw of the plaintiff's injuries, I'm just scared that she's going to be next if she hasn't been already. And that's a dangerous guy. If he's not working, he's not supporting you, he's not supportive emotionally, financially, there's absolutely no redeeming qualities about him.
That we can see.
Sure, that we can,
That maybe you can
see,
see.
or that are worth it.
Well, that's
for
even
your
better.
life. So, I hope she gets out.
This is the husband of your girlfriend.
Yes, ma'am. She witnessed him putting sugar in my gas tank.
And she stayed over in your house after they were married.
Yes.
I was trying to get away from that man.
That made you a little unhappy. Would that be a fair statement?
This is Judy Justice. Tony Owens Jr. is suing his ex-wife's husband, Michael Lawyer, for vandalizing his Jeep.
Court come to order. All rise.
Have a seat, please.
Judge, case 3149, Owens Jr. versus Lawyer.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Owens, you have 2 children.
Yes, ma'am.
And I assume that this is the mother of your 2 children.
Yes, ma'am.
You were never married.
No.
And this is the husband of your girlfriend.
Yes, ma'am.
They are now separated.
Yes.
And she currently lives with you.
Yes.
Do we have that? Let's go through that one more time. You have 2 children with this young lady right here. Subsequent to having those 2 children, she married this gentleman. Short term, correct? How long?
Yes, Your Honor. This coming April will be 2 years.
Short time. And since she's back living with you and the 2 children,
Yes, ma'am.
I assume that they did not have a happy 2 years. Is that clear to you what the relationships are? Or should I do it one more time? Is that necessary? This is what the case is about. It's complicated to follow. You got a car for one of your daughters. The car originally belonged to Mr. Lawyer, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
This was after your girlfriend and Mr. Lawyer married.
They weren't married when I got the car from him.
They were living together?
They were, yeah. She was his roommate, or she was his tenant.
Okay.
And then they got married.
Well, they got to be more than tenants, whatever
Jeep.
it was. The car that you got ostensibly for your daughter
Yes.
belonged to Mr. Lawyer.
Yes.
And he gave it without any money to his to-be wife, correct?
Yes.
And the to-be wife gave it to you allegedly for one of your girls to use to drive.
Unknowns to me.
You didn't know anything about that. All right? You gave it to wife for her use. She gave it to the ex-boyfriend, allegedly for one of the girls to use. That made you a little unhappy. Would that be a fair statement? Would be a fair statement. You were not happy with that. It all sounds as if you may have thought, making a fool out of me. It was ridiculous. I gave it to her to use. Okay. This is what the lawsuit is about. The lawsuit is about your allegation that Mr. Lawyer put sugar in the gas tank of the car in question, causing several $1,000s worth of damage. Is that what the lawsuit's about?
Yes.
That's what he says.
That's what he's saying. So I'm just going to get some dates from you. Give me a month and year. Did you give this car, what is it, a Jeep?
Yeah, a 1990 Jeep Wrangler.
Okay. What year did you give the Jeep?
2022.
In 2022, you gave the car to, what's your first name?
Jennifer.
You gave the car to Jennifer.
Yes, I did.
And
To be wife, yes.
you were not married at the time.
No.
And you put it in her name?
Yes.
She didn't give you any money for it.
I didn't see any money transfer hand.
Didn't give you any money for it. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you married when, sir? Month and year?
April 27th, 2022.
25th.
25th? That was close.
22?
April 25th.
Is it 2022?
22,
I'm
yes.
not going to send you an anniversary card. I just need the month and the year. Okay. On what date did your girlfriend turn the car over to you?
In the beginning of April.
Of what year?
2022.
So the same time that he gave her the car, she gave it to you.
A month later, yes, ma'am.
I sold it.
Shh. A month later.
Yes.
I would like you, first of all, I'm going to put you outside while I take some testimony because I'm going to want to take yours later, and I don't want it to be in any way colored by what you hear now. Okay, so now, Mr. Owens, I would like for you to tell me what conversations you had with the lovely Jennifer about the transfer of this Jeep in April of 2022 to you.
Me and Miss Lawyer, we talked about...
Jennifer?
Yes.
And I.
Well, Jennifer and I talked about getting a vehicle for my daughter to drive, a Jeep, but I needed a vehicle at the time, so I said I would get it.
Let's go slowly. You and Jennifer talked about getting a car for one of your daughters.
Yes.
Got that. Then very quickly you glossed over, and I didn't have a car myself at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at the time, I was looking at a Jeep online myself, and I sent a picture to her, a green one, and she said, oh, well, Mike gave me this Jeep. I can't drive it. It's not really, the pedals are weird. She didn't like driving it, so she said she was going to talk to Mike and see if I could buy the Jeep off of them. And I said, okay, talk to him, and I agreed. At the time, she had a vehicle, and I was looking for a vehicle. When I sent her a picture of the Jeep, she was telling me about his Jeep.
So you repeated that story once already,
So then that's how the conversation went about the Jeep.
Did you pay her for the Jeep?
Tony Owens Jr. claims his ex-wife's husband, Michael Lawyer, vandalized his Jeep by putting sugar in the gas tank.
Now, did you pay her for the Jeep?
I paid her $800 for the Jeep. She was living with him at the time.
Shh. What did I have to do? I asked you a simple question. I said, did you pay her for the Jeep?
She said she gave it to him.
Shh. How much did you pay her?
$800.
Did you give her the $800 in check or cash?
No, it's cash.
Everybody deals in cash these days. Interesting. And where were you when you gave her the cash?
I was at my house.
At your house. So she drove the car to your house.
No, I had it towed. The tires were dry rot. I had the Jeep towed to my house. She drove her car.
And that was in April of 2022.
Yes.
So the Jeep was towed to your house, and when the Jeep was deposited in your house, she gave you $800.
No, I gave her $800.
Oh, you gave her $800 in cash. Now I need the month and the day and the year when you allege that Mr. Lawyer vandalized your car by putting sugar in the tank.
Like I said, in April, I got the Jeep. And then beginning of May, I got tires put on. I was trying to get it in a running order for me to drive. And then that weekend, my witness, came to my house, and she was drinking, so she didn't drive home. She stayed there.
Just a minute. That would be May of 2022.
Yes.
Okay, but this incident happened in 2023.
22. Is it 22 or 23?
No, don't look at him.
22. It's 22.
Don't look at him.
It's 22.
22. In May of 22, what's the date in May of 2022 that his wife was staying over in your house?
May 20th.
And she stayed over in your house after they were married?
Yes.
Yes.
I have 2 children. We co-parent. She's got her own spare bedroom.
Co-parenting is not exactly what I would call it when she stays over at your house. That's not what I would call it. That's not co-parenting.
Co-parenting.
That's cohabiting. That's not co-parenting. There's a difference between cohabiting and co-parenting. She stayed over at your house because she was drunk.
Yes. showed up drunk. Later on that night, Mr. Lawyer came to my house upset that, she was at my house, which I understand that, and brought a gun with him.
No, I didn't.
And went out in my driveway. Well, him and her got into an argument.
Oh, he and Jennifer.
Went out in the driveway. He punched her a couple times. He left, and then she came back in. I talked to Mr. Lawyer about the Jeep. He was fine with it. He was telling me, well, it polishes up real nice, this and that, because I was...
When was this? After he punched his wife?
After he punched her.
After he punched his wife?
He also brought over, I got proof that he brought over the soft top for the Jeep. We've had plenty of conversations about the Jeep. He knew all about the Jeep. It's not like I got the Jeep from her without him knowing. The money went to him that I gave her for the Jeep.
Let's get to this incident that you're alleging happened. That happened on May 20th?
Then the next weekend, Mr. Lawyer and Jennifer came to...
Oh, then she went home?
Yeah, they were still together. They came to my house together. She dropped off something for my daughter. She was in the house, and she witnessed him putting sugar in my gas tank.
You didn't see it?
I was at work.
So the answer is you didn't see it?
No, ma'am.
Oh.
Had a police report here. It's on camera, video.
Do you have the video?
No, I have the police report. It's in detail about what the police officers
Okay, I'm going to take a look at it. Thank you. Well, this incident didn't happen on May 20th. It happened on June 1st, according to this.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I was getting there. I was getting there.
Well, get there. Yeah, you can get there fast enough. This show does not have an intermission. Mr. Lawyer, you were taken into police custody?
Yes, I was.
Okay, as a result of this incident?
Yes, I was.
And you had an attorney?
Yes. I pay monthly for an attorney because I own apartments, and I get sued all the time from owning apartments.
Okay, so you had an attorney representing you
Yes.
on this? And you appeared in court?
Yes, many times.
What happened with regard to this case? Do you have a certificate of disposition? Mr. Lawyer, there was a costs amount of $125. Did you pay that?
Yes, I paid some court costs.
Okay. And the charge was criminal mischief. And ultimately, the case was dismissed, it looks like, without prejudice.
Yeah.
What did you have to do in order to get the case dismissed without prejudice, which means they can bring it back? Did you have to perform any community service? Did you have to provide money? This doesn't tell me enough.
They just said, pay the court costs and you're free. You're done.
Pay the court costs. Okay, you know more?
Yes. The reason why they dismissed it is because I didn't show up to court. He told me this.
That the reason they dismissed it because you weren't there?
Yes. I got a text message from him. He gave me a text message telling me, thank you for not coming to court. I owe you big time.
Can I see it, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Had he asked you not to come to court?
I didn't have to be there. They just mistakenly, since I wasn't there, they dismissed it.
If they had that much evidence.
Shh. He admits to doing the sugar.
Shh.
Well, okay.
Okay. So, Mr. Lawyer, January 11th, you wrote to him, thank you, Tony. The U is in capital letters. Because you didn't show up, they threw it out. Exclamation point. I owe you for sure. Need a favor? I got your back. Haven't heard from Jen for some days now. Is everything okay? Yeah, I need the money to fix the Jeep. That Jeep was for Aubrey, and you blanked it up by putting sugar in the tank. I got an estimate for $22.95, but I'll take $1,200 to get a new tank and lines ran. If you do that, I won't pursue any further. You answered him. I have a place that can do it cheaper if you want to go that route. Then you say again, what about Jen? Is she all right? You know I will always love her and cherish her. I don't talk to Jen hardly at all. She goes to work and sleeps all day. I already told her I'm not giving her another chance to hurt me. I only let her stay there because she said you were trying to kill her. And then you answer, never, never, never did I try to kill that girl. Okie dokie.
Tony Owens Jr. has accused his ex-wife's husband, Michael Lawyer, of putting sugar in his Jeep's gas tank, causing it to break down.
Now, we're going to bring Jen back inside. it appears from these text messages that you acknowledged that you were prepared to pay something to have the car fixed as a result of the sugar being in the tank. That's a
yes.
Okay. And how much were you prepared to pay him?
I could have had it done for $400 and some if he hadn't drove it for months afterwards with the sugar in the tank, supposedly sugar, because I don't think I got any in it.
You don't think you got any in it?
No, because I was so nervous. It spilled all over the place and got it mostly all over the ground and everything.
Okie dokie. Well, that's sort of honest. All right, Jennifer, I know you're a busy girl, so stand right over there, and I'll try to make this as fast as possible. Mr. Lawyer gave you a car. You had it for a month. Tell me about the conversations you had with Mr. Owens about the car. Look here.
I tried to drive it, and I couldn't reach the pedals, and it needed a lot of work, and I didn't think I really wanted it. And I knew that him and the kids needed a car at the time because I was doing all the driving for the whole family, and I was living 30 minutes away. So since we weren't using the car, I offered to sell it to him so that he could use it for now, and then we could fix it up and give it to Aubrey when it came to her time.
Did you discuss that with Mr. Lawyer first?
Yes.
First. Did you discuss it with him first? Is the question.
No, I didn't.
All right. You didn't discuss it with him first. Okay. And when there was a transfer, were you paid any money?
Yes.
How much?
$600.
$600. Check, cash, money order?
Cash.
What did you do with the $600?
I offered to give him some of it because he was fine with the whole ordeal. He was good with it. His feelings were a little bit hurt.
Just a second.
Didn't ask.
Just a second. You discussed it with Mr. Lawyer after you had already made the agreement because he didn't know anything about it. So now I sort of get it. Now we're moving forward a little bit. And two of you had sort of a falling out. You went over and stayed over with Mr. Owens for a night. You came there drunk.
I went there and seen my kids because there was an altercation somewhere else, and I was trying to get away from that man.
Were you drunk?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's all I asked you. I said you went over and you stayed over there because you were drunk. Now, there is information in the police report that you observed Mr. Lawyer doing something to the car.
Yes.
Okay. Now, before you were brought back inside, Mr. Lawyer sort of, at least to my satisfaction, acknowledged that he was trying to put sugar in the car, but he didn't think any got into it because there was a whole bunch around it. Right?
It didn't go like I thought it would. I thought it would just smoothly go down.
Listen to me. Listen to me. I didn't ask you anything, Tony.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Do you understand? Nothing. The reason I'm looking so quizzically, Mr. Lawyer, is because you swore in your answer, and I'm very happy that now being here and faced with this face, you want to tell the truth.
Yeah.
Because in your answer, you say you went there to put sugar in the tank, but had a change of mind, turned around and left.
Well,
but that isn't true. Well, what happened is now, according to you, you were trying to get the sugar in the tank, but were shaking and didn't figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
All right.
It was a mess.
You acknowledged in this exchange that you can get the car fixed for $1,200. That's what you said. Did you get the car fixed?
No, not yet.
You mean you've been driving it around?
I haven't been driving it.
Where is it?
It's in my driveway. I haven't been driving it.
For how long?
For
how long?
Just since this happened in May.
Well, you did drive it afterwards for a short period of time.
For a little bit, maybe a week.
Listen to me.
It wouldn't start.
Pay careful attention. You were driving around in the car after the sugar was in the tank.
Yes, for a week.
For a week. And then it stopped running?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you can get it fixed for $1,200 is the exchange that you had with the defendant.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Are you together now?
No.
The two of you?
No.
No.
We are co-parenting.
We're
co-parenting.
Co-parenting. Like
Which?
You said it.
Nice to co-parent. I like co-parenting. Co-parenting is very, very...
And I pay half the bills.
Do you live in the same house?
Yes, we do.
Okay, good.
Because I left my apartment behind.
I didn't ask you anything else. I just asked you if you live in the same house. The answer is yes. All right. Okay, I've enjoyed this. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,200. We're finished. Thank you very much.
This court is adjourned.
She wanted the Jeep to give to him, and not for the kids, but for him.
He needed a vehicle, and after I drove it, I didn't want it. It wasn't what I was looking for.
Honest to God, you put the sugar in and it just stuck there. And I took the funnel out and it went all over the ground and all over the place, and I don't think there was any sugar in that tank at all.
Like he said, he was all shaky. He dropped most of the sugar on the ground, and I mean, some did get in there, but I mean, I can get it fixed myself.
Well, it's been an ongoing investigation and an ongoing thing in the courts for almost a year and a half, and I'm just glad it's over with and it's done and I can get on with my life.
I thought he was a nice guy that was going to help me out and promised me a rose garden, and he gave me a bunch of thorns.
You know, it's getting harder for me as I get older. The law is relatively consistent and easy. You know, once you've been playing with it in your mind for 60 years, there are very few other stories you haven't heard, and the law remains pretty consistent. I'm really having a problem with these convoluted social situations.
They always seem to come out in court.
Ex-girlfriend, with whom I have 2 children, sold me a car that her then just older boyfriend gave her.
Turned husband.
Well, that sort of didn't work out, and now she's living in my house, but we're not living together. We're just co-parenting.
Yeah. The social structure, the social fabric has changed immensely.
It's getting very confusing.
I'll try and keep you as on top of it as I can.
Thank you, but that's your job. You take the dog to a groomer and there's an accident.
I was always happy with the results, but this day, it kind of turned into a nightmare. His activity has declined. He's not the same. His mobility isn't the same because of the incident that they caused.
You're not an expert.
It's because of the accident that they caused.
Get me a vet.
This is Judy Justice. Katina Jones is suing her former dog groomer, Diana Torres, for vet bills and damages from negligent dog grooming services.
Court come to order. All rise.
Have a seat, please.
Case 3141, Jones versus Torres.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ms. Jones, you have a dog that you allege was injured when you took the dog into the defendant's grooming place of business.
Correct.
You've used the defendant's facilities before.
Yes, ma'am.
She's groomed your dog before. What kind of a dog is it?
I have a Maltese. He's 3 years old.
And how long have you been taking it to the defendant's store?
Maybe 2 years now.
How often? Is it a male dog?
Yes, ma'am.
How many times a year do you take him to be groomed?
I try to take him for a haircut between every 8 weeks because I groom him in between with baths and things like that.
And you've never had a problem?
No, not before. With them, not up until this day.
Do you do the grooming yourself?
Myself or my other groomers, wherever she books, because we have a booking system, so she either calls and whatever groomer has an availability will book the dog under the groomer.
On the day in question, were you the groomer for the dog?
I wasn't at the beginning, but at the end, I was the one who finished the groom, correct.
Was that after the dog was injured?
Correct, yes, after the dog was injured.
Who was the groomer?
A seasonal groomer that we had.
What was the date of this visit where the dog was injured?
It was November 22nd, before Thanksgiving.
Did she ask for a specific groomer?
No.
What kind of a license do you need in order to groom dogs?
In the state of Texas, you do not need a license.
Now, why don't you tell me what happened when Miss Jones brought her dog in to be groomed? You say you finished the grooming. How did you start the grooming?
So the dog was dropped off, and we initially take the dog in, check in, and she let us know what she wanted done.
Who did you expect to groom your dog?
Miss Diane.
Had she usually groomed your dog?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, she dropped the dog off November 22nd.
Yes, ma'am.
It was a pretty crazy, hectic day before Thanksgiving.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Keep going.
He was matted because the dog hadn't been seen 2 months prior. Ms. Jones, she said she's been a customer for 2 years and only has come in 6 times, which we have documented. And every time she would come in, we would either need to do a neating up.
Listen to me. He started working on the dog, and then he cut the dog?
The dog got bathed, and then when he was grooming the dog, it was almost done. The last part that he had to do was remove a mat from underneath his leg, and which was where the incident happened.
Well, it was more than just an incident, Miss Torres.
The dew claw got cut.
Correct, and that's a big deal.
Yes.
What did you do after you? Because then you looked at the dog, because the dog probably yelped.
Yeah, the dog.
Yes.
We were in a grooming salon, in a grooming room. So I was grooming my dog, and I heard the dog yelp. So I looked up, and I walked over there, and I applied pressure, and I told my groomer assistant, "Hey, can you call Pedro and tell him what happened?" Because in order to take the dog to get seen from any vet, we need consent from the owner, because we can't just take a dog to the vet.
So
Pedro ended up calling Miss Jones, let her know what happened, so we can get approval that we could take the dog.
What did they tell you when they called?
When he called me, he told me that there had been an incident and Ace was at Animal Hospital. He never once asked me, was it okay? He told me
No. I just want you to tell me what you were told about the dog.
He told me that he had an accident and he had been cut. His nail was cut off too short. He told me it was a dew claw, which I wasn't familiar with the actual medical term of a dew claw, so I began to look it up. During the phone call, we stayed on the phone for 8 minutes. He informed me that it wasn't a big deal. I asked him, was he in pain? What's going on? He said no, he didn't even notice. So from my understanding,
Now, just a second. So then they took the dog to the vet.
He was already at the vet. When he called me, he was already at the vet.
Great, which is a responsible thing for them to do. So they took the dog to the vet, and he was cared for.
Right.
And then when he came back from the vet, you finished the grooming?
No. So
you finished the grooming before you took him to the vet?
No. I finished the groom after Miss Jones had brought the dog back from the vet because the vet gave her care to take care of the wound during the Thanksgiving holiday. And they told her what needed to do in order to take care of the injury.
Okay, so now they've acted responsibly. They've taken the dog to the vet immediately. They contacted you. Did you get a vet bill?
Correct.
How much?
So I want to say the first one was like maybe $144. The second one was probably $120 or somewhere, just ballparking it.
Did you pay for the vet bills?
Yes, we paid for the bill and we comped the groom.
Just a second. So they paid for the vet bills. And they also, according to her, she just volunteered that they did not charge you for the grooming.
Right.
So they acknowledged that it was their fault that the dog got cut by comping the grooming and paying for the vet bills.
Right.
So far, you've done everything appropriately. What are you suing her for?
Katina Jones claims her former dog groomer, Diana Torres, owes for vet bills and damages after her employee injured Katina's dog.
I don't know what you're suing for.
So his activity has declined. He's not the same. His mobility isn't the same. His daily activities that he doesn't do it like he used to. His running, him playing at our apartment, he have like this ramp that he jump up. He's not able to jump up. It's high. He don't jump off things as high as he would before.
That's a good thing.
And he always holds up his foot. So he's like his daily activities. His mobility, he don't run as fast, and he will hold up his foot.
And
I think it has stemmed, and vets have confirmed that it has stemmed from the incident of him cutting off the dew claw because it wasn't correctly removed. And not only when they cut it off, it became infected. So they treated it, they gave me antibiotics, they gave me pain meds.
They took the dog to the vet. You went there, you authorized that. They paid for it. I'm still trying to figure out, they've done the right thing with the dog.
Right.
They were negligent, and that's why they paid for the vet bill.
And because of the incident, because of the accident of them cutting off his dew claw, it have caused damages that's going to last
I don't know that. You have a vet here? Listen to me. You're not an expert.
I'm not.
Right. What you're talking about is a diminished life because of this. His activity is different. So all I'm hearing is he can't jump up and he can't run as fast as he used to.
And it's because of the accident that they caused.
Just a second. You want $10,000 for your dog's disability?
He needs additional treatment. So
get me a vet to tell me what kind of additional treatment he needs.
I have it here, and I have highlighted it as well.
Okay, I'm going to take a look at it.
And the credible source is here.
No, don't give me a whole bunch of stuff.
Okay.
Just give me what I asked you for. It says, if the nail looks normal and is not, this is from the doctor, and from Penn Vet. Actually, they're pretty good people. There is no evidence of redness or swelling or pain in the area. This could be something not related to the nail. Other causes of decreased mobility could be neck or back pain. There is also a potential that he could have an infection of the bone that the nail grows out of. And the only way to determine that would be an X-ray. Is that what you want me to read?
Right, and
Who cares? Who cares?
I have another documentation here from a credible source.
Just a second. If you tell me that you have another documentation, I'm going to look at it. Otherwise, this is nonsense. This doesn't support your argument that the dog has problems related to that. It said could be from a lot of things.
And the thing is, with the, I won't know, but they did say it could be.
Well, I don't know. Well, I'm not a mind reader, madam. I can't tell in the future.
But I need an X-ray in order to determine that.
Then get one.
And I need the funds from the people that caused the incident.
No. Pay for the X-ray and then sue her if it turns out that the problem with his foot has to do with an infection of the bone. Listen, it's an unfortunate thing. You take the dog to a groomer and there's an accident, which sometimes happens. I've taken dogs over the years to groomers and there have been minor mishaps. It seems to me like these groomers did the responsible thing by immediately addressing the dog, calling you, taking the dog immediately, closing down shop, whoever it was, right before Thanksgiving, taking your dog to the vet, paying for it, and of course saying, please, we're not charging you for the grooming. This was our fault. You're talking about something that might or might not happen in the future.
This has affected him.
Zero.
This has affected him.
Zero. And I'm a dog lover. They did the right thing, and so far I don't have any expert except you that says, my dog can't jump on and off the furniture, a bit of a blessing, and doesn't run as fast.
Because of the incident that they caused. I have documentation.
No, you don't have it. No, you don't. Not that I saw. Not that you gave me. You don't have any documentation.
None of this happened until they cut off his dew claw.
Miss Jones, they did the right thing. You're not able to be compensated for what might happen to the dog in the future because of this incident.
But they incorrectly removed his dew claw.
They did, and they took responsibility for it. Goodbye. Your case is dismissed.
This court is adjourned.
I'm very disappointed.
I think that she made the right decision.
Justice was not served for my dog.
It was about money. She wanted money.
I need to get X-rays. I would have to get exams. I would have to basically spend more money, and they should be held accountable for that.
I've taken our dogs over the years to groomers, and I remember once one of them was cut. I was furious. You know, they can't explain to you how it hurts. They can't explain. It's an accident. You're dealing with an animal that's moving around. But I think that the defendant in this case was a perfectly responsible person.
Paid for the vet bills, took the vet right away. Like she said, it was the week of Thanksgiving. I'm sure that it was very busy at the groomers, but still
closed it up
and took it to the vet, called her right away and paid for it and didn't charge her for the grooming. So, you know, what more can you do when there's an accident?
She also said that the plaintiff from the vet brought the dog back to the groomer to be finished grooming.
Yeah. So clearly the dog was in a better state after seeing the vet, well enough to finish a grooming. Exactly. Right. So I think the ask was a little high here.
I do too.
Case 3153, Cortez versus Perez. All parties, please come forward.
Elizabeth Cortez is suing her son's ex-fiancée, Genesis Perez, for an unpaid loan and mortgage payments.
Ms. Cortez, Ms. Perez is the former fiancé of your son. I assume that that's your son.
Yes, ma'am.
And while they were a couple, and they are no longer a couple, they did the very foolish thing of purchasing a home together.
Yes, Judge.
And it is your claim that Ms. Perez owes you for some money that you laid out in order to prevent the house from being foreclosed when mortgage payments were not forthcoming.
Yes.
From either of them.
Correct.
That's what the case is about.
Yes.
What's your last name, sir?
Cortez, Your Honor.
Step up with your mother. So I have a few questions. When did you and Miss Perez start being a couple?
We started dating sometime around January 2015.
When did you become engaged?
Around August that same year, Your Honor.
And when did you purchase this house?
It would have been September the 2020, Your Honor.
How much was the house when it was purchased?
It was $275,000.
How much of a mortgage?
It was $275,000, Your Honor.
So you didn't put in any money down on the house?
No, Your Honor.
Now, at that time, you and Ms. Perez were living together.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I assume you had made plans to budget yourselves as a couple.
Correct.
How did you and Ms. Perez split expenses?
She was responsible for the bills, so electricity, things like that.
Oh, just a second. Utilities?
Yes, ma'am.
What else?
Maybe groceries every once in a while.
Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Utilities and groceries. Were the utilities in her name?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what was your responsibility?
I told her I was going to take care of the mortgage.
Just a second. So she was paying the utilities and the groceries.
Yes.
And you were supposed to pay the mortgage.
Yes.
You lived together until when?
It would have been February or March 1st, 2023.
And she left the house?
Yes, Your Honor.
Elizabeth Cortez claims her son's ex-fiancée, Genesis Perez, owes for an unpaid loan and mortgage payments.
How long did you stay in the house after she left?
November the 3rd, Your Honor, of 2023 is when the house sold.
And you were in the house up until that time?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you were in the house 7 months?
Yes, Your Honor.
Who paid the mortgage during those 7 months?
I paid up until June, Your Honor, and I lost my job. So my mom was helping me make the payments between June and November.
You asked her to do that?
Yes.
When did Miss Perez remove her name from the utilities? When did you?
I never removed them till the house was sold, Your Honor.
Did you pay the bills for the utilities?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Cortez, is it correct that Miss Perez paid the utilities until the house was sold?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you didn't pay the mortgage?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's also correct?
Yes.
So it was you who defaulted on the agreement that you had with Miss Perez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okie dokie. We're getting that straight, right?
Yes.
Now, the house was sold November of 2023. For how much?
$335,000, Your Honor.
And Miss Perez, did you realize any cash from that sale?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
How much?
$20,000.
And did you realize any cash from that?
Yes, Your Honor, the same.
$20,000. Let's go back. So now we understand what the game is.
Yes, ma'am.
It is your claim that Miss Perez owes you $10,000.
Correct.
Explain it to me.
On February the 1st, she reached out to me, letting me know that she received a foreclosure letter.
Well, that was a foreclosure notice because your son didn't pay the mortgage.
Correct.
Okay, you understand that?
Yes.
They had an agreement.
Yes.
She kept up part of the agreement.
Well, the agreement, okay.
Tell me the agreement. This is the couple's agreement. She was to pay utilities and food.
Yes.
And he was going to take care of the mortgage. She maintained the utilities. I don't know about the food when she moved out. Probably didn't pay his food bill. But he didn't pay any of the mortgage. You understand that?
He paid up until June.
Of 2023?
Correct.
So when did you get a call from her? On what date that the mortgage was behind?
February the 1st.
I thought he paid until June of 2023.
No, Your Honor, he was behind on the payments.
No, that's not her fault. That's his fault.
Right, which caused the foreclosure. Okay, so she reached out to me to see what I could do. So I went over to their home on February the 1st, and we sat down to come up with the game plan. I told them I would loan them the money to stop the foreclosure because she was concerned about her credit being ruined because she needed school loans.
What was the foreclosure amount at that time?
It was $14,243.
So you paid that?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you get that back from him?
I got half.
Why didn't you get the whole thing? It was his responsibility to pay for the mortgage, not hers. He came out with $20,000 in cash. You're out money. He was supposed to pay for the mortgage. Why are you going after her?
Because the original with them, when they were buying the home, I don't think that it was just him paying the mortgage.
I don't care what you think. That was their arrangement. He would take care of the mortgage. She would take care of the rest of the bills. And he failed to pay the mortgage. For whatever reason, he failed to pay the mortgage, whether she knew or whether she didn't know. He made $20,000 on the sale of the house. If you helped out with the foreclosure of $14,000, that was his responsibility. Why don't you get that back from him?
But I also paid the mortgage, and that also...
Just a second.
Yes.
So you paid $14,000, and what months did you pay the mortgage?
June, to the end of October.
She wasn't living there.
Correct.
He was living there.
Yes.
He was supposed to pay the mortgage. She was supposed to pay the utilities. Even though she wasn't using the utilities, she continued with her end of the deal and maintained the utilities, even though she wasn't there. Don't you see a problem with your thinking?
Not really, because I had an agreement with both of them.
I don't care whether you had an agreement with both of them. I'm telling you, they had an agreement. He can't make money and have his mother out money.
I paid back a total of $13,000, Your Honor.
Your mother says that's not enough. In any event, I stand unconvinced that she owes you any money.
But we met on the 1st, and she agreed that she was going to pay me half.
We struck a new agreement with her so we could save the house, save the credit.
Just a second.
Yes, ma'am.
Show me where you have an agreement with her in February obligating her to pay you half of whatever you paid off for the mortgage in February.
It was an oral.
That's too bad. He got $20,000.
So did she.
That's all right. She paid her part of the expenses. Don't you follow that? Now, I thought I also saw that you paid credit card.
Yes, that was for the furniture, that it was appliances, because after we bought the house, his credit went down, my credit was still up.
So the appliances and furniture were put on your credit card?
Yes.
Did you pay for that?
Yes.
Is it paid off?
Yes.
Okay. Do you understand? That was their agreement. He can't profit from that. Sounds to me as if she did everything that she was supposed to do, even after she moved out. She's already paid her half for everything, as per their agreement. And he got money. So how much did you pay your mother?
$13,500.
Good, you should pay her the rest.
Yes, ma'am.
Great, your case is dismissed. We're done.
This court is adjourned.
I still think she owes, because it was between me and her and my son, nothing to do with the original agreement.
Well, I think she was fair. She understands that this chapter's closed, and now I can put this behind.
She agreed to pay me, and she should have kept her promise.
He maxed all my credit cards, literally.
I'm going to pay her back.
Do not buy it with another man that's going to be with a fiance. Make sure you're married, for real.
Another great example of why you don't buy big purchases with someone that you're not married to, especially a house with a mortgage. I felt bad for the mother because she did bail out her son in his financial responsibility. However, he had his own agreement with his then girlfriend, fiance, and he didn't hold up his end of the bargain. So you
and she paid.
She did. She paid her half, and she paid what she was supposed to. She paid for the appliances, and I think there was also some credit cards being maxed out after the fact that she was responsible for and was not countersuing for. She just paid it.
I think what happened was she took whatever that money was that she got, the profit, and paid
off her debts.
Paid off her
was
debts.
Responsible.
And he didn't have any debts.
Well, he didn't, except for to his mother for bailing him out. And that's who she should be going after, not the ex-fiance.
Right. Your dog has now caused injury to somebody. I don't know why you're smiling. You're such an idiot.
I don't think that it's funny that she got hurt, but my dogs are not vicious. I just cannot agree with that.
I don't give a rat's behind whether you agree or not, madam. That you're too stupid to understand that is something you have to take up with your parents or your therapist, not me.
This is Judy Justice. Susan Ferguson is suing her neighbor, Tanisha Harrison, for damages from a dog attack.
Court come to order. All rise.
Have a seat, please.
Case 3158, Ferguson versus Harrison.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Miss Ferguson, it is your claim that the defendant's dog, her unleashed dog, caused a serious injury to you, compound fracture of your ankle, and injury to your dog, a puncture wound that was in fact attended to by a vet. You were hospitalized for 4 days. Most of your medical bills were covered. You did have some that were not. Your lawsuit asks that she be responsible for your injury, the dog's, including pain and suffering.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Harrison said, all your fault. That seems to be your...
That is correct.
Okay. On what date did this incident occur with Ms. Harrison's dog?
It was April 27th of 2023.
What kind of dog do you have?
I have he's a mutt. We believe he is part poodle, part schnauzer. He was a rescue.
At how old is he?
I believe he's 3.
And how much does he weigh?
22 pounds.
And you were taking him out for a walk?
I was taking him out for a bathroom break, actually. Yes. I work 8 hours a day. Got off work, came home.
So what time was this?
So it was probably about 3:30.
In the afternoon?
Yes.
and I took him out for a bathroom break, and it happened so quickly. I was usually go down my drive, and...
Show me where you live. Could you walk over there and show me where you live?
Yes. Actually, so from her house...
Show me where you came out. I see what you're...
So there's a driveway. I have pictures that might be better.
Fine.
Why don't we do that, ma'am?
While she's looking for those photographs, Miss Harrison, that is a photograph of your house. The two of you were neighbors.
That is correct.
What kind of a dog do you have?
I have a pit bull.
How old?
3.
How long have you had him?
3 years.
Is that your only dog?
I have 2 dogs.
Two pit bulls?
Yes.
Both the same age?
The boy is 4.
And this is a girl?
Yes.
Her house is here, behind here, goes around here, and that's her house.
Did you understand that, Kevin?
No, I didn't see the house.
No, I'm just telling you. Did you understand that explanation?
No.
Okay. So, you're out. Dog is on a potty break, and?
Okay, so her dog came around, and that's basically
Came around where?
From her backyard into our yard, and then around the corner, and then down the alley.
And the alley that you're referring to is right here?
Yes, ma'am.
And that's where you encountered her dog?
Yes, ma'am.
And there is broken pavement here. Yes. And what happened when you encountered her dog?
Her dog charged my dog and latched on, and my dog started squealing. And I was trying to get in between them. And as I did that, her dog knocked me down. I fell. It startled her dog. Her dog released my dog. I was able to grab onto her dog's collar, hold on for dear life. And then a resident of her house heard me screaming, and he came running and grabbed the dog.
A male?
A male.
Who grabbed the dog?
I grabbed the dog.
Why would she say a male grabbed the dog if it was you? You can't be
It was
mistaken.
a male.
Honestly, this has been an ongoing thing. There was no male. My dog got loose. My dog didn't leave the neighborhood or the yard.
Your dog was off leash. You acknowledge that your dog was off leash.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. And let's say the dog didn't leave your yard, which I don't believe.
Okay.
But let's say that, because we're going to come back to her injuries in a moment, which was serious. You acknowledge that her injuries were serious. I read your answer, and what your answer says was, you start out by saying, I unlatched my door, and the dog pushed out, without my realizing it, the dog pushed out the front door after I had unlatched it. That's the way you started your answer, right? Yes, that's what you said. Do you want me to read what you said, or does that refresh your recollection?
You can read it.
Okay, fine. On the day in question, my door did not fully latch, and my dog pushed his way outside. I followed him to the yard.
That is correct. I did not unlatch the door at that time.
Did not fully latch.
That is correct.
Okay. I mean, what is semantics? The dog got out without a leash.
Correct.
A pit bull.
That's correct.
A pit bull. Okay. And you own your own house?
I do not own it.
You rent it?
I do.
You have renter's insurance?
I do not.
Oh, that's a pity. Did you try to get renter's insurance?
I did not.
Oh, that's a good thing, because they usually don't issue renter's insurance to people who have pit bulls, and also a variety of other dogs that have been deemed to be dangerous. So if you have a pit bull, you got to keep it under control at all times, because they are capable of serious damage. You do understand that, don't you?
I do understand that.
Great. And you do understand that if, as you indicated in your answer, the pavement she was walking on was cracked. Absolutely agree with you. I see the photos. And I absolutely agree with you, for the purposes of this argument, did not come into physical contact with her, but that she turned to run away from your unleashed dog. For the purposes of this discussion, you don't think you're responsible.
I do not, ma'am.
Well, then I'm here to tell you you are. Legally responsible, because the sidewalk was uneven. But if I believe you, which I don't because you weren't there, if I believe you, your dog came out unleashed, and she, for whatever reason, she's small, she's frail, she turned to run away from your dog. Because that's what you say here. She turned. So when she tried to run, what was she running from? She wasn't running from a mugger. She wasn't running from a burning fire. What was she running from?
Your Honor.
Just a second. Not a Your Honor. Yeah, answer my question. Rightly or wrongly, she was running away from an 80-pound pit bull that you allowed to run unleashed, whether it was on your property or not. I don't believe it was on your property, but let's say I believe. It doesn't matter. Your unleashed dog put in a series of events in place that caused her injury. Don't you understand that? I mean, are you that stupid that you don't understand that?
Susan Ferguson claims her neighbor, Tanisha Harrison, is responsible for damages after Tanisha's pit bull attacked Susan and her dog.
I'm going to say it again. Your unlatched door allowed your 80-pound pit bull to get out, unleashed, and run into your yard. She got frightened. If I'm believing your scenario, that's not what she says. If I believe your scenario, she got frightened and turned to run. That's what you said.
I agree that my dog did get loose. My dog did not leave my property. If she was frightened, she could have slipped over her dog, but there was no reason for her to be scared.
There was no reason. I want to tell you something. If I were walking with my dog, which is much smaller, and I saw an 80-pound pit bull running without a leash, I would be petrified. I would turn and run, or do what you're supposed to do with a grizzly bear, stand there, but I would turn and run and be frightened. And that series of events which caused her accident were put in motion by the fact that your unleashed dog was out unattended.
I can't agree.
I don't give a rat's behind whether you agree or not, madam. That you're too stupid to understand that is something you have to take up with your parents or your therapist, not me. That's the law. Your conduct put in place a course of events which caused her injury. Your negligence in not keeping your dog leashed and in your home precipitated her injury. Or, as they put it in a very famous case in the law, but for your action, she would not be injured. But for the fact that your dog got out unattended, whether the dog pushed her or she got frightened, that series of events was precipitated by your negligence. Whether you agree with me or not, I don't care. And whether you understand it and whether you're simple-minded and don't get it, I can't control that. You choose to have two potentially dangerous dogs that other people are afraid of.
My dogs are not vicious.
I want to tell you something. The last article that I got was 2 weeks ago about a pit bull killing a baby.
Not my dog.
I have to tell you something. I have a little dog, right? And yesterday I was playing with her and playing with a sock. And I was making believe that my hand, like an idiot, was a sock, was a puppet. And she was trying to get it. And one of her little teeth went through my arm. So I put some peroxide on it. She's not an 80-pound dog that is #1 on every state's most dangerous dog list. Numero uno. You choose to have, you and the rest of the stupid people that choose to have those dogs, you have to take responsibility for other people being frightened of them. Madam, I can't tell you I have a drawer full of people who say, my dog would never hurt anybody. But I have to tell you, other people don't feel that way. So if you choose to have a pit bull, you make damn sure that that dog is under your control at all times. Can I see photographs of your injuries, please? You have medical reports?
I've never seen this picture. I never want to see it, but that's a picture of my injury.
I'm actually a little skittish myself about those things, but usually only when they are on me. I can usually look at them if they're on somebody else. Serious, very serious. I assume that the maximum jurisdictional financial limit in your jurisdiction is $6,500.
Yes,
is that correct? Because I wondered where you got that number from. What kind of work do you do, Miss Harrison?
I'm a quote specialist in insurance.
For insurance?
That's correct.
Who do you live with?
Myself and my children.
How many children?
3.
How old are they?
14 and 2 8-year-olds. And I do have a paper I'd like you to take a look at that shows that everything that she is claiming was unknown on this day. It all came after her incident.
Okay, I'm going to see what you have to tell me. The admission date was April 27th, which was the date of this incident. You actually said that you saw your dog, so you know that she fell, and you actually say that you took the dog, you say you took the dog back to your house. She said it was a male. And since I don't believe that the dog was on your front lawn, I tend to doubt everything else that you're telling me. But you said you saw and heard ambulances and fire trucks right afterwards. You said, so I don't understand what you're telling me.
It was probably about 10 to 15 minutes that I heard the ambulance arrive. I didn't realize at the time that she...
When you grabbed your dog, did you see the plaintiff?
I did see the plaintiff.
And just a second. And where was she when you saw her?
She was up by her home.
Was she on the ground?
No.
What was she doing?
She had her dog, so it appeared she was gonna take it on a walk. I'm not for sure what she was doing.
Okay.
Your Honor,
just a second.
I'm sorry.
You know, not only do I think that you're stupid for having 2 pit bulls in your house with 2 small children, which you've had for 4 years, according to you, one, and 3 years another. So that, to me, in and of itself, says that you are a negligent parent and stupid. However, when I read your answer, which you probably don't remember, let me read what you said when you want to show me that this didn't occur because of your dog.
Okay.
This is your sworn statement. My dog went to the end of my property to check out the plaintiff and her dog. He was calm and wagging his tail. The plaintiff's dog was skittish and barking. As my dog approached, the plaintiff freaked out. I believe she was being extra paranoid because she was high. She lunged backward, trying to pull her dog away. The pavement she was walking on was cracked and uneven and lifting up in several spots. So when she tried to run, she tripped and fell. She ended up falling on her dog. That's your sworn statement. That's a little different from what you just told me.
I'm pretty sure.
That's a little different from what you just told me.
I did not see her actually fall. I didn't learn that until afterwards.
Then why did you swear to this?
I may have worded it wrong.
You didn't word it wrong. You worded it to suit the best possible scenario you could for you.
Susan Ferguson has accused her neighbor, Tanisha Harrison, of owing for damages after Tanisha's pit bull attacked Susan and her dog.
Somehow you snowed animal control because if they didn't take custody of your dog, there was something, what?
I have a report here.
May I see it, please? Okay, so the synopsis of the Iowa Police Department says, April 27, 3:51, I was dispatched to an address in regard to an ambulance call involving a possible dog attack. I was told that Susan Ferguson had fallen while trying to protect her dog, Max, from the neighbor's pit bull, resulting in a broken ankle. At this point, I was unaware of any of the issues involving the neighbor's dogs, and thought this to be an isolated incident. It was also unknown at this time that Miss Ferguson's dog had sustained some injuries from the neighbor's dog. Officer knocked on your door where Tanisha Harrison answered. We informed her of the incident next door, and she confirmed her dog was in the house, as well as the dog had managed to slip out the back door, which led to the incident with Ferguson. Harrison was apologetic about the incident, and due to the fact that it appeared to be an isolated instance, no citation was issued. An unknown amount of time passes before I was contacted by Ferguson with regard to the incident, where I learned that Max had actually been injured. Max is your dog, that had been injured as well, and that there had been previous issues involving Harrison's dogs getting loose. After learning of this being an ongoing issue, I informed Ferguson to call and report the dogs at large at any time she sees them off their own property so we could establish a pattern of offenses. That's the police report. You have a different report?
No, I have that same report.
Yeah, okay. I don't even have to, your dog is okay now.
Yes.
It was taken to the vet by somebody else. Mm-hmm. All right. Ms. Harrison, as I said, you get the impression that I think that your negligence in keeping these 2 pit bulls in your house with small children is problematic. You understand that. And I understand all you pit bull lovers out there, you're going to write me nasty notes. Don't bother. I don't read them. Your dog has now caused injury to somebody. If your dog causes injury again, this lady is going to know about it because she's still your neighbor, or did you move?
I still live there, yes.
And you still live there?
Yes.
So she will know. So hopefully when one of your dogs decides to act out again, it's not with one of your 8-year-olds. Now I know that you think that that's impossible. If I knew you better and if I wanted to get to know you better, which I don't, I would take you into my office and show you a drawer full of articles that people send me about their grandchildren, their neighbor, their parent, or themselves who have been seriously injured or killed by a pit bull. I never knew anybody that got killed by a Shih Tzu. Never. So you choose to have a dangerous animal in your house. That's totally your bag. She's suing you for $6,500. If the court could award her more than that, which I can't, I would. If you work for an insurance company and you give quotes for insurance, you should have renter's insurance. So, well, I don't know why you're smiling. You're such an idiot. Did you see how much damage to her leg your dog caused? Did you take a look at it? I want you to think about one of your 8-year-olds having a bone come through their leg.
Your Honor.
Listen to me, caused by somebody else. You see that stupid smile that you have on your face?
I don't think that it's funny that she got hurt, but my dogs are not vicious. I just cannot agree with that. My dog did not cause her any. There's no reason. If she fell, that was on her own time.
I'm just telling you, stupid. You wrote to me what you saw that afternoon. You said she got frightened and she turned away to run away from my dog that got out from an unlatched door. That's what you wrote here. And I'm telling you that that's the law. But for your negligence in letting that dog out of the house unleashed, just a second. I don't care. But for your negligence in allowing the unleashed dog out of your house, she would not be injured. And if you don't get that, I'm really sorry. And I'm sorry that you had 3 children, because I hope that they're smarter than their mother. This case is over. $6,500. Judgment for the plaintiff. We're done.
This court is adjourned.
Thank you, Your Honor.
My dogs are not vicious, and I just cannot agree with the way that it turned out.
I'm happy with it. I definitely need the money to help me with my medical bills.
The dog did not touch her dog, which she is claiming my dog attacked.
He had 3 puncture wounds.
My dog did get out the door, but the dog did not leave my property.
I wish Tanisha well. She's actually a very sweet lady and going to try to be good neighbors.
We're going to continue our daily life.
I'm just happy my dog's around.
You know, every jurisdiction has a list of dogs that statistically are the most dangerous. So first, I don't understand why you would choose a dog that is one of the top 5 in every jurisdiction, most aggressive dogs that have caused more injury, that have had more lawsuits, that have had more hospital reports of injuries, more coroner's reports of death.
Yeah, and that's the risk that they take. And I feel like people don't think of situations like we just saw as frequently as they do the direct bites or incidents directly dealing with their pit bull. The defendant here was trying to make her point that my dog never touched her, my dog never touched her. Well, she was still a plaintiff as a result of your dog, like you said, setting off this chain reaction. So although your dog might not have bit her or broken her leg by biting on her leg and snapping it off, that doesn't matter. It was still as a result of your negligence in letting your 80-pound, all-muscle pit bull that you know more than half the population is afraid of, that caused all of this to unravel.
And what I couldn't understand was the inappropriate smile. An incident involving your dog, whether you agree or don't agree with my decision, you have to appreciate the severity of it. She actually saw her, according to her, saw her injured. Plaintiff said, no. It was a guy who came out. So I actually don't believe much of what she said anyway, because either she lied in court or she lied in her affidavit. Either way, she lied, and she's stupid for having those dogs around twins who were then 3 years old. Sorry. She suspected her husband was cheating.
We're chasing this car now. She crashes into the back of her vehicle and my car.
Which had in it your husband and his girlfriend.
Yes. The airbag exploded. The car is totaled.
Oh, I don't care if your car is in 1,000 pieces on Pluto. Keep your nose out of other people's business.
This is Judy Justice. Kiera Scott is suing her sister, Leah Scott, for vehicle damage, transportation fees, and emotional distress.
Court come to order. All rise.
Have a seat, please.
Judge, case 3174, Scott versus Scott.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Miss Scott, this is your sister.
That's correct.
Older, younger?
Older.
She's married.
That's correct.
She called you and told you that she suspected her husband was cheating.
That is correct.
When did she call and tell you this?
The text messages that I have were February 3rd.
Of what year?
This year, Your Honor.
Anyway, she said she suspected her husband of cheating, and she asked you if you would come over with your car to take her to track him down, because her husband and this other woman, she thought, were driving in the family car, hers and her husband's, so she didn't have a car. Is that right?
That's correct.
So you dropped everything and you went over to her house. How long did it take you to get there?
Probably about 15 minutes, not that long. We live about 10 minutes, 15 minutes across the bridge from each other.
And when you got to her house, was she outside? Was she inside?
She was outside waiting for my niece, that's right here today, to come back home.
Her daughter?
Yes, she was outside. We couldn't go anywhere.
How old are you?
16.
Anyway, she hopped in your car, and at that point, she was in the passenger seat.
Yes.
So you picked her up and started driving to where she thought you might find her husband, the girlfriend, and her car.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did she find them?
Not right away. She gives this address on her phone. She said, we're gonna go here. This is where the car should be parked up at. We get to this address, we're looking around probably about 15, 25 minutes or so.
You're driving around?
No, we parked the car.
Oh, you parked the car?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you were walking around?
Yes.
Just the two of you?
No, she had a friend. I don't know the friend.
She had a friend with you?
The friend met us there.
Had you called your friend?
Yes, I did.
And told her where to meet you?
Yes.
The friend was female?
Yes.
So now the three females are walking around this neighborhood. What time was this?
At this point, probably 12:25, I want to say, in the morning.
So now you're walking around a dark neighborhood, the three of you, looking for a car that your sister thought was occupied by her husband and this woman.
Yes.
So tell me what happened.
We are looking for the car. We're walking around. We don't see the car. She's frantic, agitated because of the situation.
Do you remember what she was saying to you?
She's saying she couldn't believe he was doing this to her. That the time they spent together, him lying, saying that he was working overtime, and that wasn't the case. He was having an affair with this woman that he works with at his job. We went to basically what she told me was to just go retrieve the car. I asked her, you sure you just don't want to go about this the right way? Like court proceedings, divorce, however you may go about it. I don't, me and her is exchange. We only really recently started talking again because our mother passed away.
Well, did she tell you what she intended to do if she found them?
She wanted to take her car back. She had the spare key, and I was under the impression that I was just taking her to go get the vehicle. Nothing crazy happens.
Okay. You were under the impression that the car was going to be empty?
Yes, she told me, he dropped the car off at the female's house.
And he was in the house?
That's a lie.
Yeah.
Shh. You'll have a chance. So you thought that the car was parked?
On the block, yes.
Okay, and?
So once we get there, we're looking around, no car is visible. She's now calling her stepdaughter, which is her husband's oldest child, to figure out where he's at because she hasn't talked to her husband. The stepdaughter's telling her, I don't want to tell you because I don't want to get in trouble with my father. She's trying to, just tell me the right address because we're under the impression, if you're saying that the car was here because this is where the female lives and we don't walk around, we can't find the car.
Okay.
Do you have the wrong address?
So?
We leave outside of the building, continue to walk around.
What building?
Of wherever that female lives.
Did you go into that building?
Yes, we went into the building.
So what did you do when you walked into the building?
I guess she was trying to see if she can hear her husband's phone calling him to verify if he was on location.
How big a building?
Probably about 5 floors, 5, 6 floors.
Did you go up the elevator?
She took the elevator up.
Did you go with her?
Me, her, and her friend was with her. That is correct.
So you were all together?
Yes.
You were all together trying to listen for a phone going off. Did you go all 5 floors?
No. She went to one specific floor.
Okay. But at this point, you know that she's no longer looking for her car because her car isn't on the 5th floor, right?
No, yeah,
or
at this
the 4th
point.
floor or the third floor?
Yes.
So you know she's looking to confront her husband?
Husband, yes, at this point.
Okay, so let's get finished with this farce that we're going to just pick up the car. She's looking to confront her husband and the woman.
That's correct.
And you don't hear a phone, so you exit the building.
We leave out the building.
Let's go.
Now I'm standing at the corner. I'm smoking a cigarette because we done stand here all this time. I'm asking her, what are you gonna do next? She's in her phone, looking at her phone. I didn't know exactly what she was looking at. Come to find out, she knew where her car was all along because in the type of car she has, there's a tracking device for that vehicle, a BMW. You can track it on the phone. I did not know that. So the car ended up magically coming down the block. It's, I'm guessing, the husband and the females in the car. So now at this point, I'm looking, the only BMW. I'm like, hey, is this the car? She's more further down the block than me. I'm standing at the corner, so she's like a little more down the block. She turns around. Of course, she knows her license plate. She's like, yeah, that's my car. As she's like walking more out the street, the car tries to hit her. Like, it swerves to hit her, and then you see it swerve back in place.
If you were standing at the... Just...
Kiara Scott claims her sister, Lear Scott, owes for vehicle damage after Lear crashed her car. Lear is countersuing, saying Kiara damaged her car during the pursuit.
Go ahead.
You see that the car was trying to hit her, so now it swerves back in place, and she now is trying to run after the car. So at this point, we're running to the car. She jumps in my seat. I'm in the passenger. We're chasing this car now about 3-4 blocks on. The car, I don't know if it was intentionally because, you know, she was agitated. She was angry at the situation that was going on. She crashes into the back of her vehicle in my car.
And that's why you're here, because there was damage to your car as a result of this ridiculousness. That's your lawsuit.
Yes.
By the way, just so that I finish it up, once you crashed the car, did the other car stop with her husband and the girlfriend?
That's how it exactly happened. She got out the car after a while trying to break her way because my car is total now.
What do you mean she broke?
Like, basically, she had to, like, kick my door open to get out the car because of the crash. The airbag exploded, so she couldn't get out the vehicle, like, just by opening the door and getting out. The car is total. Airbag exploded. Roof is up.
Okay, so she got out.
She got out. She went directly towards the passenger side, and she pulls out her husband.
Her husband was in the passenger side of her car?
Yep.
And the girlfriend
was in the
driving.
driver's side, yes.
Okay, and she went to pull out her husband, and?
So she's arguing with him. They're yelling. I'm trying to tell her to calm down. He's trying to tell her to calm down. It turns into like a little scuffle between them. I don't really get into it because it wasn't really a scuffle. It was more of him, like, you know, trying to hold her and I guess explain himself or try to talk through the situation, whatever was going on. At this point in time now, she's arguing with me because I'm trying to tell her, like, you know, there's a whole accident here. We need to leave, you feel me, because the cops are gonna come. It's gonna look bad. She's telling me she wants to stay because she works with the law enforcement. So she wants to put the report in that the car was stolen because of the situation with the girlfriend. I leave with my vehicle. I'm telling her to just come with me, though, because I leave with my vehicle.
You left with a total vehicle? Just a second. You got to learn to control your temper. That's what started the whole problem.
You're right, Your Honor.
You got into your car that you say was totaled.
Yes.
And?
I drove away.
Okay. Where did you go?
I went home.
Okay, well, home is about 15 minutes away, according to you.
From my sister's address to my address, yes. From the address we were at, you can add an additional 5 to 10 minutes.
So you were 20 or 25 minutes away.
That is correct.
So you drove this totaled car.
Yes.
20 to 25 minutes.
I did, yes, I did.
Oh, that's all I'm asking you. Okay. And you want your sister at this point to take care of the damage to your car.
Yes.
Now, we're going to flip over to the defendant. You received a text message from this woman?
Yeah, Saturday, February 3rd at like 10-something in the morning.
Shh. February 3rd, you received a text message that said what?
Just a picture of him and her kissing together. I have it on my phone, yeah.
Of course you have it on your phone. Would be my screensaver.
She's not very appealing, miss.
Just a second, just find the picture. Oh, and the idiot who's taking this picture of them kissing, I assume that's your husband.
Unfortunately.
Good. Returned. How long, Miss Scott, have you and this genius been married?
5 years.
So you see this picture on your phone, and tell me what you did.
I go to him and I'm showing him the picture.
Just a second. So he was home when you got the picture?
Yes.
At what time was it?
Like 10-something in the morning.
What day of the week was it to you?
Saturday morning.
So nobody was working?
No.
So Saturday morning, you show him this picture, and he says...
He's like, Lee, can I talk to you? Because, you know, I'm just red. So he's like, can I talk to you? Can we go outside? Because I don't want to argue in front of the kids. So I go, we go outside. So he's confessing, but he's really not saying who the lady is. But he's basically still lying about the whole thing.
How did he explain the picture? What did he say about the picture?
He just said that was his friend.
Friend from where?
He wouldn't ever tell me. I found out now that I got arrested.
Who got arrested?
I got arrested.
When?
That night.
What did you get arrested for?
I got arrested because my sister beat up the girl. The police wanted me to tell my sister to come back, and I said no. So they said, you getting arrested because she does have bruises on her. So I got arrested for it.
Okay. Your sister wasn't arrested?
No, because I refused to even say that was my sister, to save her.
Shh, just a second. What happened with that case?
I'm still fighting the case right now.
So you have a criminal case pending against you?
Yes.
With regard to this incident?
Yes.
Well, then I'm not going to take any more testimony from you because your lawyer would not like that.
I told my lawyer I was coming on the show.
I don't care. Your lawyer would not like that. And unless you give me your lawyer's number,
I could do that.
And Sarah will call the lawyer. Phone number.
Phone number is 917.
Sarah, you know what to ask her? Tell
No,
her
what
that,
do you want me to?
Tell her that we're here.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying this civil case, but the civil case is going to go into the details of what happened on February 3rd and February 4th of this year. I've told her client that I am not comfortable proceeding taking her testimony because that testimony can be used during the course of a criminal proceeding. She has told me that her lawyer is perfectly comfortable with her speaking to me and have a clear, recorded conversation with her about whether or not she has advised her client that she can testify today truthfully to the events of February 3rd and February 4th. Got it? We're going to take 5. Thank you.
Jeremy Scott has accused her sister, Lear Scott, of damaging her vehicle during a pursuit. Lear is countersuing Jeremy, claiming she is the one who crashed into Lear's car.
Sarah?
No answer. I called twice, and the mailbox was a Google mailbox set up, so I didn't feel comfortable leaving.
Okie dokie. Now, Miss Scott, what's the name of the law firm?
I don't know.
Have you paid them any money?
No, it's a public defender.
Public defender where?
In the Bronx County.
Is it public defender? Is it legal aid? Is it...
Legal Aid Society.
Legal Aid Society in the Bronx?
I believe so.
What do you mean you believe so?
I believe so, Your Honor. I don't know.
Well, you have to understand that I am not going to allow you to testify any further with regard to what happened on February 3rd and February 4th without first confirming with an attorney that the attorney is dumb enough to say to you, go appear on national television while an assault charge is still pending against you in the Bronx, okay? So I'm not going to ask you any further questions. What I'm going to do is to paraphrase from your sworn statement, which in sum and substance says that the plaintiff was driving the car, not you. While she was driving her own car, she slammed into your car, which had in it your husband and his girlfriend. And then she backed up and rammed into your car again. Now, you have a counterclaim. Let's see what your counterclaim is for $7,500 for damage she caused to your vehicle. She's suing you for $7,500 for damage that she claims you caused to her vehicle. I don't have to see anything. You're going to show me that she confessed?
Oh,
You're going to show me pictures? Let me tell you that this is one of those cases where I'm going to quote somebody many years ago who said, "A pox on both your houses." Because there's no question that you were an active participant, madam, so I don't have to consider her. She's done. Her counterclaim is dismissed for all purposes. She went crazy that night. She involved you, she involved another friend, and I don't care if this car, which may or may not be in your name, may or may not be jointly owned, I don't give a rat's behind. That's not the way you deal with a matrimonial case. Deal with a matrimonial case and hiring an investigator or a lawyer and getting out. You don't involve all these people in a midnight search for your husband and his girlfriend, which, by the way, according to you, included trespassing in a 5-story building and going floor to floor, listening for a phone so that
But
you
that's
could
a lie.
Just a second. I told you, say nothing.
We didn't go to every floor, Your Honor. We went to that one floor.
I don't care if you went to 1 floor or you went to 5 floors. You trespassed on private property with intent to commit a something. I don't know what, but ultimately that something resulted in a criminal arrest. So I don't care if your car is in 1,000 pieces on Pluto. Keep your nose out of other people's business.
She called me. I wasn't in her business. I didn't know what was going on with her husband.
Listen.
Until after.
Listen, madam. You knew exactly what you were doing. You told me exactly what you did. You told me that you got into your car, went to her house to pick her up, to go in search of
her car.
That's what you originally told me. There's no question you didn't think that her car was on the 1st floor of a 5-story building in the Bronx. You didn't think a car was there, that they drove up the 5, so you were no longer looking for the car. And you understood exactly what was going on. You even said to me, I try to tell her this is not the way to do it. Didn't you?
When we was there, yes.
Just
I was
a
like,
second.
calm down.
Is that what she said? Go back if you can. I tried to tell her. I tried to discourage her. Don't speak. That's what I have Whitney for. Ridiculousness.
She said, I asked her, are you sure you don't want to go about this? Or you want to go about this the right way? Court proceedings?
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
divorce,
That's
how you
exactly.
may go about it.
Just a second.
We left out the building to calm her down so we can leave.
So then you leave. After you try to calm her down, then according to you, you could have left. Instead, you were standing on the corner smoking a cigarette.
Yes.
Right. Not getting in your car and leaving. You want to be involved in this nonsense. You be involved in this nonsense. You're a grown-up woman. You want to stay here. I'm not getting involved. I don't care what happened to your car.
You're right.
Your fault. Courts don't help people who get involved with this kind of nonsense, which ultimately, I assume, involved somebody, and I don't want to go any further, getting hurt enough so that there was an arrest for assault.
Nobody got hurt.
You're an idiot. Your case is dismissed. Counterclaims dismissed. Goodbye.
This court is adjourned.
To be truthful, I was just helping my sister, trying to do her a favor. It led from one thing to another. It got out of hand, but here we are now, so.
She's lying about everything. She never said nothing. We didn't go in no building to listen to a phone. How dumb does that sound?
I hope she learns from her mistakes and choose the right person next time. And don't just choose them because you think it's gonna work out.
She's like the rowdy one, yes.
It strained it even more than what it already was.
Done. I wish her the best. I love her from a distance.
I'm only a few years out of law school, but even for us newbies, I can't imagine any one of us giving a client permission if they have an ongoing criminal case for anything, especially assault or something where someone ended up injured, coming to a forum like this or even any small claims and giving testimony that could potentially hinder their own defense in a criminal case.
You're absolutely right. What I found interesting was the defendant gave you a 917 number. Now, a 917 number
is
a cell phone. Now, we've had 2 people in our family who worked in Bronx public defenders in different offices, but in public defenders, for a total of probably 30 years between the two of them. Not once do I remember either one of them giving a client their cell phone number. I found that such a lot of baloney.
Yeah, too many questions.
Yeah, too many questions, too many, and it didn't make any difference. They went there for no good. They got no good. They both got damaged cars.
Yeah, deserved it.
Right.
Yeah.
I gather that all of you are very involved in cars.
Yes, Your Honor.
I was talking about how I wanted rims on my car, and he was like, oh, maybe I should get new rims on mine.
The rims that you wanted, she gave you the money.
Yes, Your Honor.
His girlfriend would not.
Why wouldn't you?
I just wouldn't.
Smart girl.
I know.
This is Judy Justice. Bailiff Cassandra Britt is standing in for Bailiff Kevin Roscoe, and Law Clerk Alexi Mincer is sitting in for Law Clerk Sarah Rose. Skylar Ramirez is suing her former friend, Chris Martinez, for an unpaid loan and harassment.
Court come to order. All rise.
Have a seat, please.
Case number 3073, Ramirez versus Martinez, Judge.
Thank you, Cassandra. Yes. Miss Ramirez, this gentleman is a friend of your boyfriend.
Yes, was.
He was a friend of your boyfriend.
Yes.
No longer, I assume, because of this incident.
Yeah.
And I gather that all of you are very involved in cars, fixing them up, souping them up, making them pretty, whatever it is. It is your claim that the defendant, Mr. Martinez, wanted rims for his car. I must tell you, I haven't had a rims case in many years. And rims are expensive. The rims that you wanted, sir, were $1,200.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you didn't have the $1,200.
No, Your Honor.
And according to you, Ms. Ramirez, you gave him $800 of the $1,200 as a loan.
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll get into the specifics of how that came about, and you haven't been repaid. That's why you're here.
Yes, Your Honor.
How long have you known each other?
The two of us, like 7, 8 months maybe.
What's your boyfriend's name?
Nathan.
Nathan, how long have you known Mr. Martinez?
I've known him for a couple years now, maybe about 6 years.
6 is more than a couple.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
6 years. Mr. Ramirez, I want you to tell me the circumstances surrounding this transfer of $800 to Mr. Martinez.
It was a conversation between the two of us, and he explained that...
Just the two of you? Your boyfriend wasn't there?
It was just the two of us at Brittany's house, and we were...
Who's Brittany?
Brittany is his girlfriend.
Was it your house?
Yes. We had a conversation that he wanted to acquire some rims and didn't have the credit score for it.
Didn't have the credit score?
Yes.
Okay. So you were originally going to take out a loan to buy the rims?
Yes, Your Honor.
And when was that, Mr. Martinez?
It was towards the end of March of 2023.
You went to a finance company?
I used to work for a tire shop, and they do financing there. And then that's when Ms. Ramirez...
No, Ms. Ramirez isn't a mind reader, so somehow you had to have a conversation with her.
I brought it up with my girlfriend.
Brought it up with your girlfriend?
Yes, I talked about it with my girlfriend.
Hold on.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Tell me your name.
Brittany Gallardo.
I want you to tell me the first conversation you had with your boyfriend about these rims.
Yeah, we were just talking about
Just
both
the
of
two
our
of you?
cars. Yes, just both of our cars. I was talking about how I wanted rims on my car, and he was like, "Oh, maybe I should get new rims on mine." And then from there, that's when
No. Just the two of you. So you said you wanted new rims on your car. He said maybe I should get new rims on mine. There had to be more than that. You know, he's your boyfriend. You live together?
No.
What does that mean?
He stays over every once in a while.
Okay. I want you to tell me the conversation that you had with your boyfriend when she wasn't there, initially, about buying rims.
That was the first time we ever really had that conversation.
Okay, well, the first time you had the conversation,
Yeah.
the issue of money had to come up.
I told him I didn't have money for mine, and
You said I
that
don't
we
have-
had to work on getting the money for rims first.
So you said, I don't have money for rims for mine. It's not an answer. Yes, I'm sure
Yes,
you
ma'am.
mean yes, Ms. Gallardo. And he said he's got to work on getting the money for his?
Yes, ma'am.
Were those his words?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, if it's my boyfriend, my next question would be, how are you going to do that? And what did he tell you?
He's looking for another job because he had just lost his job recently.
So he was going to look for another job.
Yes.
Did he talk to you about financing the rims?
No, ma'am.
He just said he was going to look for another job. Tell me about when this was. Do you remember what month?
Middle of March, beginning of March, somewhere in there.
Okay. There came a time when the plaintiff was at your house.
Yes.
And you were home.
Yes, ma'am.
And your boyfriend was there.
Yes, ma'am.
Were you present when he started to talk about his lust for rims with the plaintiff?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me the conversation.
They were talking about rims. And
No,
so I
she
brought up
wasn't-
the
she-
conversation that we had about him. And then she was like, oh, well, why don't you guys just get him? And I was like, well, I don't have the money right now, and he still has to find another job. So until that happens, you know, we can't really do much. And she was like, oh, well, you know, I could be your friend and I can help you guys finance, but the work that he does on my car should be free.
No. Careful what you say to me. Be really careful.
Yes.
You want to be helpful, but don't get ensnared in the web.
Okay.
Because I weave that.
Yes, ma'am.
So she was there. You started to talk about rims,
Yes, ma'am.
financing them. She said, I could help you guys out by financing.
Yes.
And you had tried to finance.
No, Your Honor, I haven't tried.
Okay, so you hadn't gone to anyone else about financing.
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so she said, I could help you guys out financing. And what did your boyfriend say?
No. Sorry.
Scalardo, right here.
So-
Not him. You know, he may be permanent, he may be temporary, you never know. This tape is forever.
I know. I know.
Good. I mean, 10 years from now, you probably will have to look at pictures to remember what he looks like. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skylar Ramirez claims her former friend, Chris Martinez, refuses to pay back a loan for car rims.
Okay, she said, I think I could help you out financing. And?
They had their conversation. I went inside because I have kids. So I just went inside.
Oh, so you didn't hear?
I heard the conversation from the door because I just went to go check on the kids. But I said, I would rather you wait until we can do it on our own. And so their conversation came up because she had already gotten work done on her car. So, and she kind of already owed him.
There's no almost kind
well,
of...
she owed him money for the labor that he was doing on her car. And because of that, he was like, well, if you do that, we can just call it even. And
You heard that?
Yes, ma'am. And so she was like, so you're going to do my car for free? And he said, yeah, I'll work on your car for free, but you have to finance and pay for the rims. That day that they went to go get the rims, I guess, he had to put cash out of his own pocket to get the rims that day.
How much, sir?
I put $400 down.
You put down $400, but the rims were $1,200.
She got financed for $800. The rims, cash-wise, were $1,200 out the door cash. There were more because interest, so I put $400 down.
So she gave you $8.
Yes, Your Honor.
And that was sometime in March.
Yes, Your Honor.
Between March and May, what work did you do on her car?
Every time they needed something done on their car, they'd show up to my girlfriend's house late, around 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night, asking for work to get done. I've done oil changes on the car, their brakes, spark plugs.
I asked you a specific question. Between March, which is the time that she advanced $800 towards your rims, and May, what work did you do on her car?
Your Honor, it varies. I've done multiple stuff within that time period.
This is her boyfriend. He used to be your friend.
Yes, Your Honor.
He's not your friend anymore.
No, Your Honor.
You want to tell me why?
Because this whole situation, the way it turned out to be, he's just going off what she says. He's
Well, you've
following
been
her.
friends for 6 years. Did you have a discussion with him? Because there came a time when she wanted her money back. Because now she's got this loan that's built up interest, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And so you had to have had a discussion with
Nathan.
Nathan.
Nathan really's never talked to me about anything. It's always Skylar going through his phone on his Instagram, talking to me about it, or having other people call me.
May I say
Nathan? Nathan, did you ever have, after the exchange of this money and after your girlfriend took out this loan, did you ever have a conversation with Mr. Martinez?
I did not personally know.
Did you have any email or text exchange with him?
On my account, yes, Your Honor.
Do you have a copy of that?
This was later on, like a month after the financing.
Well, this is in April. I assume that this is you saying, ain't trying to rush you, bro, but we need the money.
Yes. Your Honor.
Do you have half of the 50?
Yes, Your Honor.
And he says, I don't, bro. I always have 3 kids to take care of. You have 3 kids?
I have 3, Your Honor.
Okay. You're good. I wasn't even trying to be like that. Don't take it the wrong way. I'm not, bro. I don't want you guys to think I'm blanking you all over. What does that mean?
I don't want them to feel like I'm screwing them over, Your Honor.
Screwing them over for what? For the money?
Yeah.
For the money. Well, that would indicate to me, Mr. Martinez, that you acknowledge that you owed him money. But you have 3 kids to take care of, and you didn't have the money.
The initial agreement when I got the rims was I work on their car. That was the initial agreement.
That's in March. You said that I would work on their cars. That's what you said.
Yes, Your Honor.
Initial agreement is that I would work on their cars. And so I specifically asked you, what work did you do on their cars from March until May? Which was actually a pretty reasonable question, because these texts were the end of April. And you said, I changed spark plugs, I changed the oil.
I've done brakes. I've installed aftermarket parts for them.
Just a second. When is my question? I just want to know what you did for them after she gave you the money. Were you supposed to sell this car, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you sell it?
No, Your Honor.
Why not? Is not an answer.
Just people lowball me.
You have a Mitsubishi?
Yes, Your Honor.
2000.
Yes, Your Honor.
Where'd you get it from?
I traded one of my last vehicles for it.
You traded?
Yes.
What did you trade it for?
I had a 2013 Cadillac ATS, and I traded my homeboy with it, and he gave me cash on top as well.
When?
I want to say beginning of February.
Oh, so you didn't have this car very long, so it was
No,
your
Your Honor.
intention of flipping the car once you
Yes.
put rims on it.
Not even that. I was going to sell it with stock rims, too.
Then what'd you invest $400 of your own money and $800 of her money for?
I wasn't going to sell it, the vehicle with the rims on it. People that messaged me about it, I told them I'm selling it with stock wheels because I'm not going to lose $400 out of my own pocket. So.
Does he take care of your cars?
He did change our brakes. He did.
On one car or 2 cars? One car.
One car, Your Honor.
You live together?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so he changed the brakes. Do you remember when he did that?
March.
What else did he do?
He did a spark plugs a few days later, and then there was a leak in like our router or something like that in the brakes, and he changed that. But other than that, it was like small little things. He painted our rims. We helped him paint the rims together and stuff.
When you go over to where they live, he does it at his house?
No, he does it at Brittany's house, his girlfriend. We would text him and I'd tell him that I get off late, and he said to just come through later on in the day whenever I'm off work. So it would be late and I would let them know that, and they were okay with it until a time, and then they told me that's not okay, and I said that's fine. Like, I respect the boundaries.
What arrangements did you make to pay him?
Anytime he would do our thing for us, like the brakes, for instance, he told us that it'd be $50. And I told him that I'd cash app it to him, and I cash apped him $50.
So you paid him for the brakes?
Yes.
$50?
Yes.
And you can show me that?
I have it on my phone.
Did she pay you $50 for the brakes? She's going to show me that
For the
she
brakes,
did.
yes.
Spark plugs?
I have never received a payment for spark plugs.
Spark plugs?
No, he said that he would do the labor for it if we paid for the parts.
And how much were the parts?
Altogether, because we bought it with the brakes, it was like $156, somewhere around there and some change.
Okay, and you paid for the parts?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now, Mr. Martinez, I'd like you to give me some indication of how many hours it took you to change the spark plugs.
Roughly about 30 to 45 minutes.
30 minutes. And then you said there was a router.
Rotor.
Yeah, sorry.
And was that also around the same time in March?
Yeah, it was all around the same time. He was supposed to do it the same night, and then he exclaimed that it was getting late and if we can do it another night.
Okay, so far you've paid him $50. Did you pay him anything for the router?
No, he said he was going to do that because he noticed it was leaking.
So he did those things within a 48-hour period?
Around there or some.
And for that, you sent him $50?
Yes, ma'am.
Which you acknowledge you got?
Yes, Your Honor.
Those are the things that you said were done, right?
That, oil change.
Oh, just a second. When did you do an oil change?
I did the oil change the same day I did the spark plugs.
Okay, so it was all done within a 48-hour period. And after you did that work, and it took you an evening, it got a little late, so you did some the next day, you charged her $50, which she sent you.
I charged her $50 for the brakes. I never got paid for doing the oil change.
Well, the oil change is nothing. It's certainly not $800.
Skylar Ramirez is accusing her former friend, Chris Martinez of owing her the balance of a car rims loan.
Do you understand what I'm talking about, Mr. Martinez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so now we're at a place where I've just eliminated most of your defense because you said you did work on her car so many hours, 50 hours or whatever it is, and you were never paid for it, so it was part of the agreement. So now I have you worked on the car, according to you, over a 24 or perhaps 48-hour period, but you have a full-time job, so you were doing it in the evening. And she didn't pick this $50 out of the air. You must have said, I'll do it all for you for $50.
No, Your Honor.
No?
No.
Okay. How much did you tell her it was going to be, sir?
I told her for spark plugs and oil change, that's $30 a piece. I'm helping.
Just a second. Spark plugs and oil change was $30, so that's $60. Okay? And the brakes?
Brakes, I charged them $50.
Be careful what you tell me, because, you start to get dry mouth. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So you charge a $50, $30 each for those two things and the brakes.
I just charged for labor. So when
And how much was that?
With that was $110.
You're making that up as going along. What did you do with the $50 she sent you?
I kept that.
You kept it?
That was my pay.
You kept
for
it?
the brakes.
Pay for what? The brakes?
The brakes.
Right. So now, at most, she owes you $60. Is that my math correct, Mr. Mensah? At most, she owes you $60 because you said $30 for the spark plugs and $30 for the oil change. Where do you get $800?
I did their exhaust. I put a aftermarket wing on their car.
Just a second. When?
This was all in the span of maybe 2 weeks to a month before we stopped being friends.
Ms. Ramirez, now I want you to tell me about the conversations because I've been on that team for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Now I want you to tell me your version of how it came about that you took out this loan for $800.
So the conversation was at Brittany's house, and the three of us were there. We communicated that he didn't have enough credit, and he asked if I would finance for him because Brittany would not. So I explained.
Why wouldn't you, Brittany? You couldn't or you wouldn't?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Smart girl.
I know. I don't know.
Smart girl. You're thinking about that photograph, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure am.
Yeah. And
he said Brittany would not, and
Brittany would not, and so he asked if I would do it for him, and I said, well, yes, of course. Like, we're friends. I will help you out, but we have to make an agreement because I want to make sure that I'm not losing any money out of pocket because I'm just doing this to help a friend. And he said yes. We went to the place on March 29th. We went to the Rims place, and they told us the papers right here of how much it would be together, $1,800. The payments are $71.40 every other week. And he said that he would pay me every other week so nothing had to come out of my pocket. We never made an agreement of he would do the car, whatever.
I'm not talking about the car.
But I had no idea that he paid any money out of pocket. On the lease, it says nothing about him paying any cash money whatsoever, and that's why the total is so high. And
do you have any communications with him other than what Nate has shown me about the loan?
This is the cash app. He sent $50 and then called me and asked if he can have 20 back for gas. And so, as you can see, it was ended up a period of time.
Mr. Martinez, what did you send her $50 for?
I was towards the rims because I was getting harassed every day about it.
Just a second. So this was payment, a $50 payment for the rims, but then you asked for cash money back.
I never asked for money back.
So you paid her $50 towards the rims, and you did that beginning of April.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then I see another payment.
No, that was the 20 that I
she
sent
gave you back.
He called to ask for some back.
Did you ever borrow money from him?
No, Your Honor.
Because it says, I'm confronting you on a big boy issue.
Yes.
We always paid you back.
I'm talking about the parts where he did like the spark plugs and the brakes and all that. He said that I never paid him, but he knows that I did pay them for that.
So that's what you were talking about?
Yes, that's what I was talking about.
We always paid you back. How much do you owe the finance company now?
Today, if I were to make the purchase, it would be $892.15. But that's already after I made payments already.
And how much did you make in payments that you can prove to me? Ms. Gallardo, how long have you known him?
Way too long. I want to say 13, 14 years now.
You live together?
No.
Is he the father of these children?
No.
Do you work?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a masseuse.
You support your kids?
Yes, ma'am.
What about him? Does he support his?
Yes. As much as he can.
Well, you know, you have to eat regularly.
Right. He does, mechanical work and stuff. He goes and spends time with his kids.
But, you know, if you have 3 kids and you don't work all the time or work at a not high-paying job,
right?
Doesn't it sound moronic to spend $1,200 on rims for a car?
Yes, ma'am.
Sounds like something a 10-year-old would do. You know, not somebody who was a responsible parent. Because you have kids.
Yes, ma'am.
And when you said, I'd love to put rims on my car, you said, I can't afford it.
Yeah, I can't afford it right now.
Ta-da! How much did you make in payments?
Altogether, I made $416 in payments. I had some late
So you
fees.
paid so far $1,316. Is that correct, Lexi?
$890 and $416.
Yeah.
I have $1,306.
Yeah, $1,306 is what you paid so far. The $890 would clear the debt?
Yes, it would make it your own.
Now, $1,306. Judgment for the plaintiff. Thank you very much. Remember that picture?
Yes, ma'am.
Case is now closed. Court is adjourned.
She was just being immature about it.
I think she made the right decision.
I'm a parent of 3, and I'd rather not put myself in a hole that I can't get myself out of.
Yeah, I really wanted it to work out, but I feel like it was just immaturity that made it go like that.
Stick to the agreement that we had, which was working on the car.
Every time he done work on our car, we always paid him.
Friends come and go.
The world works in mysterious ways, and I think he just likes it that way.
So, Alexi, let me tell you my takeaway from this case, which has nothing to do with the law. It has to do with Miss Gallardo, who I found absolutely charming. I actually found the plaintiff and her boyfriend also honest and charming. The defendant, on the other hand, is a hustler. And it's interesting that Miss Gallardo knows he's a hustler because that lady smiled when I say, remember the picture. 10 years, you won't remember him because he has 3 kids, takes care of them, she says, as best he can. Well, you can't take care of them as best you can if you don't have a job. And then not to have a job and to want $1,200 rims for your car. She knew it was ridiculous. 2 brothers fighting with each other. And you went upstairs and retrieved your gun.
To use it in self-defense if he was going to choke me again.
That never happened.
I had been choked 3 times.
When he was pointing a gun at me and my son, I had to put him behind me just in case he decided to fire a shot off.
Really? This child was there.
This is Judy Justice. Shay McNulty and Amanda Warren are suing Shay's brother, Desmond Fairbanks, for lost wages, hotel bills, and injuries from an assault.
Court come to order. All rise.
Have a seat, please.
Hello, Judge. Case number 3091, McNulty Warner versus Fairbanks.
Got it. Mr. McNulty, this is your brother?
Yes, ma'am.
And this is your fiancée?
Correct.
And the 2 of you were living in your grandfather's house?
Yes, ma'am.
Who was also your grandfather?
Yes, ma'am.
Also living in the house was your son?
No, we had not moved in at that moment.
But you were planning on moving in with your son.
Yes, ma'am.
An incident occurred when you came to the house.
Yes.
And your brother and Miss Warren were there. And there was an altercation on May 8th of last year. Mr. McNulty, you work as a security guard?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're licensed to carry a gun.
I have a CCW, concealed carry weapons license.
And how long have you had that?
Over 1.5 years as of today.
I'm going to do a general picture. You came with your son.
Yes.
I don't know whether to look at the room that you were going to move into. The 2 of you have a history of not getting along, or just...
We just don't talk. I don't really associate with them anymore.
Well, prior to May 8th, you didn't associate with them either.
Yes.
Okay. I want you to tell me what happened when your brother arrived with his son.
Well, when they got there on May 8th, it was about 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning.
Did you know that they were moving in?
We found out 2 weeks prior. It was brought to our attention, but there was no specific date.
Okay, so who told you?
He notified us first via face-to-face conversation while he was at the house the previous day prior to the incident taking
Okay,
place.
so you knew they were coming. And on May 8th, they arrived in the morning.
Yes.
And your fiancé was less than pleased that they were there.
Yes.
Okay. And is there any particular reason why your fiancé was less than pleased that your brother was coming to his grandfather's house?
Just because of the comment that she made that people show up unannounced without us knowing or surprising us.
It's not her house.
I understand. No, she was just upset that he showed up. And then that's when she had made the comment that people show up unannounced, and that was what started the events.
Yeah. She should probably butt out of business that doesn't involve her. Does your fiancée work?
Yes, she does.
Does she contribute to the household? In what way does
Yes.
she contribute?
We were paying the utilities for the house. That was it, because the house is paid off.
But your grandfather lives there, does he not?
Yes, he does.
He doesn't charge you rent?
No, he only said pay half the utilities. And
Okay,
that was
so
all
he
required.
doesn't charge you rent. You'd have to pay all the utilities if you lived someplace else.
Yes, correct.
So there's an altercation on May 8th because your fiancé starts up with your brother, who clearly you knew was coming 2 weeks before.
Yes, 2 weeks, yes.
And you're going to tell me about this combat that took place. But at some point, you left this place where you were all fighting with each other, and you went upstairs and retrieved your gun.
Yes, my firearm out of the safe.
And when you came downstairs, the police were there.
Not at the time, Your Honor.
What did you do with the gun when you came downstairs with the gun? You retrieved the gun.
Yes, Your Honor.
You went downstairs, and what was your intention to do with the gun?
At that time, my intention was to use it in self-defense if he was going to choke me again. I had been choked 3 times.
Now, you've extricated yourself from this situation. You managed to go upstairs. You could also go outside.
Yes.
You could go anywhere, but you went upstairs to get a gun.
Yes.
To bring downstairs. And you weren't in danger when you were upstairs, right?
Correct.
So then you come downstairs, police arrive, and they arrest you.
Yes.
And they arrest you on what charges?
The original 3 charges were assault, domestic violence, and aggravated menacing.
Did you point the gun at your brother?
After he tried
Just a second.
Yes.
The answer is yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
You have to understand.
Yes, Your Honor.
Once you're able to withdraw from a situation that clearly was precipitated by her, but you're able to withdraw from it, you can't go someplace else and get a gun and come down and shoot him or menace him because you have an alternative. And your alternative is you're safe. You're upstairs. Lock yourself in a bathroom. Go out the back door. You subsequently pled guilty. You got a deal. They gave you, according to you, a disorderly conduct.
Yes, Your Honor.
As a result of the same incident. I don't care what you pled guilty to, you pled guilty. And now you're suing him for the following. Hotel bills, because you and your fiancé had to move out of your grandfather's house where you weren't paying rent. That's part of your lawsuit.
Yes.
That's dismissed. Lost wages. Well, you had lost wages because you work as a security guard. In order to work as a security guard, you need a gun, correct?
No, I'm unarmed.
Really?
Yes, I'm unarmed.
So what did you need a gun for?
Shay McNulty and Amanda Warren claim Shay's brother, Desmond Fairbanks, owes for injuries resulting from an assault. Desmond is countersuing, saying he was assaulted by Shay.
So what did you need a gun for?
At that time, after I was choked 3 times, it was in case I needed it. I had retreated back into the house to get away from him, and he followed me the third time.
No. I thought you needed the gun for your job because you're also suing for lost wages.
No, the gun has nothing to do with my job. I'm unarmed security for the state of Ohio.
Okay, so then what did he have to do with you being out of work for 5 months?
Because he called my boss and told him, and I also have a statement from my boss saying that he did receive a call from him, and because he did call him, that he has to suspend me without pay.
Because you brandished a gun.
No, it was just because of the fact.
No, he told your boss that you had brandished a gun.
I don't know if he told him that.
Well, why do you think you were suspended from your job?
Because he called them to make them aware of the situation, and because I am a security officer, I have a guard card. The Homeland Security suspended it because I was away from work. He had called my boss and spoke to him directly.
That's all right. He's allowed to do that. You pled guilty. If you pled guilty to disorderly conduct, you pled guilty to being the aggressor. Whether it was an assault or an attempted assault, a battery, you pled guilty. That's the same thing as being found guilty by a jury. He's allowed to call your boss and say, you don't want this guy around. He's got a gun. And he came downstairs and he was brandishing the gun, threatening me, menacing me. And I had a child there with me, a 5-year-old child. His child was there, right?
His child was outside.
His child was there.
Off of the property. But yes, he was there.
Well, of course.
He was off of the property.
What do you mean off the property? He was in somebody else's house?
No, he was outside sitting on a tailgate on the street in the truck, in the back of the truck bed. He wasn't on the property when this incident happened. He wasn't around to...
You mean he was alone, by himself?
Yes.
Out there, 5 years old?
Yes.
Is that correct?
No, Your Honor, that's not correct. When he was pointing a gun at me and my son, I had to put him behind me just in case he decided to fire a shot off.
Where were you when he pointed the gun?
On our back porch steps.
Outside?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you both on the back porch?
Myself, my son, him, and Amanda were all on the back steps at that moment. He had the gun.
Okay, so he's allowed to call your boss. I don't think that you should have a gun anyway. If you think that you had the right under these circumstances to go up, get it, come down, and brandish it. Okay, lost wages he doesn't owe you. If you got suspended from your job, if you got fired from your job, so be it. Hotel bills. Why do you think he should pay your hotel bills? I'll get to the incident in a second, maybe. Why do you think he should pay your hotel bills?
Because we were essentially illegally thrown out. We didn't receive any type of notice, and there was a protective
It's not
order.
his house, it's your grandfather's house. Why don't you sue your grandfather?
If my grandfather wasn't there to witness
It doesn't make any difference. He can't throw you out of the house. Only your grandfather can throw you out. Did your grandfather throw you out?
No, he didn't throw me out, but my mother was the one who told her while I was in jail that she didn't want us living there, but she doesn't live there. She gets the house when my grandfather passes away.
She is the daughter of your grandfather. So she told you on your grandfather's behalf to get out of the house. What are you suing him for? He can't tell you to get out of the house. Only the owner can tell you to get out of the house. And the fact that he doesn't have to give you any notice, he doesn't own it. You get it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Hotel bills. You have to start taking care of yourself. What kind of work do you do other than a security guard?
Yeah, I had to start up a small business while I was doing this to supplement my income.
Good. And what does your girlfriend do?
She works customer service.
Where?
At a retail store, big box store.
Okay, so you have enough money to pay rent someplace, to go find someplace, pay rent, and live like two adults. How old are you?
I'm 36, Your Honor.
And you?
36.
Well, then, live like grown-ups. Don't live in your grandfather's house. Go pay rent.
We moved there to help his grandfather because he's 86 years old. He needed help around the house.
Well, evidently not anymore.
He just asked us to move in. I moved her out of her house into his house, and we moved in. He just said that...
When? How long?
This was February 12th of 2023.
Okay, so you moved in February.
We were there
and you
for
were
a
told
total
to
of
leave.
3 months.
What?
We were there for, I believe, a total of 3 months, from February to May.
Okay, so you have to find yourself a place to live. Actual damages for assault. Now, you pled guilty, so I'm not interested in whatever assault took place. You pled guilty to being the aggressor in this incident. Are you claiming that you were assaulted as a result of this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now tell me exactly, in your words, how the defendant assaulted you.
He had Mr. McNulty in a chokehold.
Just a second. That's not how it started. It started because you said to him...
I made a comment under my breath. People like to show up unannounced. He didn't like what I had to say.
What did he say to you?
He got in my face and said, "What did you say? What the hell did you say? I want to hear what you have to say." And that's when Mr. McNulty stepped in between us, put his arms out and said, "Hey, don't talk to her like that. Just go in the house. Just go in the house. She wasn't talking to you."
You were talking to him. You were talking to him.
Not directly. Not directly.
You were nasty.
But at that point, Mr. Fairbanks pushed him down the step. They got into a physical altercation.
When you said that your fiancé separated you, explain to me exactly how that happened.
So Mr. Fairbanks was standing in front of me. Mr. McNulty jumped in between us and put his arms out and said, "Hey, that's enough. Don't talk to her like that."
Okay, put his hands out. Didn't touch anybody.
No.
Okay, and then what happened?
And then Mr. Fairbanks laid his hands on Mr. McNulty first and pushed him down the step.
Is that correct?
No, Your Honor, it's not correct.
Okay, we're not talking about his assault, okay? He pled guilty to whatever happened that day. I want to hear how he assaulted you.
I'm getting to that.
Well, get there.
So he had attacked Mr. McNulty from behind and got him in a chokehold, kind of blindsided him. So at that point, I was like, okay, what do I do? I had to pull Mr. Fairbanks off of Mr. McNulty.
How did you do that?
I was on the phone with 911, kind of got my arm around him.
Got your arm around his what?
His face. I was trying to pull him off of Mr. McNulty.
use your fiance as an example of how you tried to pull him off. Show me on him.
So he was on top of Mr. McNulty. He had his back to me. So I, came up and tried to pull him off.
You put your arm around his neck.
Not his neck.
On his what?
Like right here, right in this area. I didn't put it around his neck.
Okay.
At that point, he turned around, pushed me in the face, and pushed me down the back porch stairs.
And?
Which resulted in me going to the hospital. I was 8 months out of an ACL reconstruction at that point. And when I hit the ground, the impact from hitting the ground damaged that knee that I had just had fixed.
Did you put your hands on him first?
Jay McNulty and Amanda Warren are accusing Shay's brother, Desmond Fairbanks, of owing for injuries resulting from an assault. Desmond is countersuing, claiming he was the one assaulted.
Did you put your hands on him first?
To pull him off, yes.
I don't care what you did. Did you put your hands on him first? He had two brothers fighting with each other.
We're not fighting. He was choking him.
Okay. And you put your hands on him first?
To get him off, yes.
Okay. And he pushed you off?
He threw me down the stairs.
Well, you got your hands around him. I want you to explain to me how he threw you down the stairs.
He let go of Mr. McNulty, stood up, turned around, put his hand in my face, and threw me down the stairs.
Okay. Now I'd like to see your hospital records.
I have private insurance.
No. Hospital records. This happened on May 8th, so I want to see your records from May 8th. That hospital record. Yeah, they gave you Tylenol.
They did a lot of x-rays.
They gave you Tylenol.
Yeah, but if you look in the description, it says that there's possible loosening of an ACL screw.
I have no idea, madam. You have a counterclaim.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your counterclaim is for assault and actually menacing. You say threatening the life of myself and my son. You actually mean menacing with a gun. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I would like you to tell me how you were assaulted and what your injuries were.
Assaulted by Mr. McNulty, and I was defending myself against him, walking through the gates with my child right behind me. She did make a comment under her breath. I guess anyone can just show up unannounced. I did not get in her face at that point. Mr. McNulty pretty much got in my face, started pushing me away. There was no type of trying to separate us. That never happened, trying to separate us. We went straight into fighting with each other. Tried to defend myself because my son was directly behind me. I didn't want him getting hurt, try to keep myself protected. So I did everything I could to make that happen.
Do you have any injuries as a result of that?
Yes, Your Honor, I did receive a busted lip, a couple of scratches on my neck.
Do you have any photographs?
Yes,
and you have
I do,
a
Your
police
Honor.
report. I'd like to see it. How did you get the busted lip?
Busted lip was from Mr. McNulty when he did punch me in the face.
Do you have any photographs of your injuries, sir?
Your Honor, I did not have any injuries because I was simply...
Just a second, I'm just asking you.
No, I do not, Your Honor.
You do not?
I do not have any injuries.
Yeah. Your son wasn't injured, was he?
Thankfully, he was not. I did my best to keep him behind me as much as possible.
Did you have to hire a lawyer, sir? Did you hire a lawyer to defend you in this proceeding, this criminal proceeding?
Yes.
Where you pled guilty?
Yes, I did have a lawyer.
Did you have a public defender or did you hire a lawyer?
I had a personal lawyer.
And how much did you pay him?
It was free. I pay a membership for a gun lawyer. They protect you against gun thefts. It's a program for gun advocates. They hire a lawyer. You get up to a $50,000 bail if you go to jail and a firearm or something like that is involved.
Who hit you?
Physically punched me, Mr. McNulty. All the scratches came from Miss Warren.
Are you still living at your grandfather's house?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
Where does your mother live?
My mother lives in her house.
You live there with your son?
My son comes and goes between me and his mother.
How is your grandfather?
Grandfather's doing pretty well. He still goes to work every single day, takes care of himself.
What kind of work does he do?
He is a retired mechanic, and now in his free time, he works across the street at the cemetery. He likes to keep it going.
Got it. Okay. Mr. McNulty, Miss Warren, your claim against the defendant for money owed for lost wages, hotel bills, and assault is dismissed in its entirety.
I have photos of my injuries.
I don't care.
And I had to have a knee replacement as a result of him throwing.
Get me an expert. You can tell that story to somebody else.
I have pictures of the knee replacement.
Did you hear what I said?
Yes, ma'am.
You get an expert here. You don't get $10,000 because you say, I had to have a knee replacement. How do I know that you had to have a knee replacement? You had a pre-existing injury. And you precipitated this whole thing, and you put your hands on him first. You put your hands on him
Well, I mean,
first.
what is someone supposed to do when someone's being choked?
I don't know. But if you put your hands on him first, he's going to react to you. He's going to react to you. And he had no physical injury. Zero, according to him. So you put your hands on him first. If he turns around and shoves you down the stairs, well, that's what happens when you put your hands on somebody. Somebody gets the short end of the stick in an assault. And just because you may have gotten the short end of the stick doesn't give you the right to put your hands on him. Aside from the fact that your big mouth started this whole thing between the two brothers anyway. Judgment on the counterclaim for $5,000 for both the assault, which I see pictures of, and for menacing with the gun. We're done.
This court is adjourned.
I think it was very unfair, and I think that my brother essentially lied and did not tell the complete truth.
She kind of came up with a story on her own, and she saw the truth, and that's all that matters.
Once he came down and did not present himself as a threat, the firearm was set down and pointed to the side. Yes, I did point it at him, but that was when he was still showing signs of aggression and trying to force himself back into the house. It was then pointed at him and let him know that the door was locked for his safety and ours, and if he comes in and continues to aggress towards me, I would shoot him in self-defense.
Looking down the barrel of a gun, having that gun pointed at my son's face, definitely did not want him to go through that. I definitely didn't want to go through that, and I hope he can definitely forget that and never remember this day at all.
If he was going to continue to harm me and cause me to fear for my life, yes. At that point in time, it doesn't matter related or not. If you cause me to fear for my life, yes. In self-defense, I have that right, and I oblige by it.
Just glad we could put this behind us now.
He had him in a rear chokehold. I mean, you don't walk up behind somebody and choke them just for giggles, you know what I mean?
It didn't happen how she said it did.
I still don't associate with them or my mother as well. If anything, we're actually going to grow further apart, and I'm perfectly okay with that, and my life's going to continue on, and business as usual.
It's time to go separate ways.
So something so interesting was that in his papers, you know, it said that he had pled guilty, and there wasn't much discussion about him hiring a lawyer, or like you said, whether he had a public defender. I've never heard of a club to be a part of to keep lawyers on retainer solely for the purpose of firearm charges and people with firearms getting into trouble to get them out of it. But apparently it must have worked because he got his gun back the next day or a few...
No. He got his gun back after he pled guilty, which took 5 months.
Yeah, no, after he had pled guilty.
After he pled guilty.
Very quickly was he returned his gun.
Because he pled guilty to a misdemeanor. If he had had a felony,
he
wouldn't have been able to get his gun back.
But that's an interesting setup for gun owners and gun enthusiasts.
Yeah, I never heard of it before.
Me neither.
To have somebody that you pay in, probably pay him $50 a month, and it's a whole club and everybody pays him, and hopefully he doesn't get tapped too often. You find out something new every day. Concierge gun lawyer. Interesting. She picked up the horse, didn't pay anybody, and within days or a week called you and said, this horse is injured, I don't want it.
Yes.
Because you knew she was having the vet come out to look at the horse to make sure that the horse was okay. Come up with an answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before she bought it.
This is Judy Justice. Paul Cole is suing his customer, Paula Capestro, for the cost of a racehorse and lost earnings.
Court come to order. All rise.
Have a seat, please.
Case 3118, Cole versus Capestro.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Cole, the case is relatively simple. You claim that the defendant owes you for a horse that you sold to her. The defendant is counterclaiming for the money she expended taking care of the horse, which she said you abandoned, and the sale for the horse was never concluded. Correct?
Correct.
Okay, let me get some background information from you, Mr. Cole. You were not originally in the horse business.
Nope.
Nope is not an answer. Nope,
No,
you say to a friend. Here, no. The answer is no. And your business, according to what I read in your complaint, was racetrack.
One of my businesses is owning a dirt racetrack, yes.
When did you develop an interest in horses?
Probably about 25 years ago, I've been friends with our trainer and been around the horse track for my whole life. My family and I decided it would be a good leisure activity for us. And
when did you decide to purchase your first horse?
We bought our first horse in May 23rd of 2023.
And I assume then you relied on your friend and witness to help you make that purchase.
Yes, Your Honor.
What was the name of that first horse?
Hanger 1.
So the first horse that you purchased was the horse in question.
Yes, ma'am.
And where were you going to keep him?
The racetrack offers stables for the horses that race there at no charge, and it's maintained by the trainer. Takes care of the feed. We pay him a day rate to take care of the horse.
Your trainer.
The trainer, correct.
This gentleman.
Correct.
Okay. I didn't understand a word that you used in your complaint, sir. You said, my friend suggested I buy a couple of horses. I assume that this is your friend.
Yes, ma'am.
We went to a claiming race, and I claimed a thoroughbred named Hanger 1. Tell me what a claiming race is, sir.
So what a claiming race is, the horses race for a price, and any horse in that race can be purchased by a licensed owner by putting a claim sheet in before the race starts. So 10 minutes before the race starts, you have to put the money up to purchase that horse. In this case, the horse was in for $5,000.
The horse was in the race.
Right. Any horse in that race can be purchased for $5,000.
So it's a fixed price, $5,000. And you purchased Hanger 1 on the 23rd of May, 2023. You claimed that, we call it claiming, you paid $5,000 for the horse. Since the horse stays at the racetrack and is run regularly, how regularly?
About every 2 to 3 weeks.
Now, you bought it on May 23rd, which means it raced on May 23rd.
Correct.
And when was the horse's next race?
I believe it was June 3rd.
Did it win?
Did not.
When did it race again?
June 23rd.
Did it win?
Did not.
When did it race again?
July 4th.
Did it win?
It did not.
When did it race again?
I believe it was July 18th.
Did it win?
It finished 3rd.
The answer is it did not win. Next time it raced.
It was scheduled to race on August 1st. Our trainer noticed that he had inflamed tendon sheath, which is kind of like tennis elbow, and we planned to scratch him that day so he'd have time to rest before he raced him again.
And he never raced again for you?
Did not.
And that's when you decided that this was not a horse that you wanted to keep?
We were planning on keeping him. The offer came in discussions between our trainer and the defendant, discussing taking the horse and moving into the show world.
So far you've had this horse and you never saw it win a race?
Correct.
And then you decided to sell it?
You know, the opportunity to give the horse a life in the show world, with getting our money
Mr.
out,
Cole,
seemed like a reasonable
Mr. Cole.
Yep.
I'm not a stupid woman. You don't sell something you want. You sell something if you're disappointed in it. So far, you've kept the horse from May until August. You know, if you tell the truth, you don't have to have a good memory. I want you to pay attention to that phrase. Okay. How much money do you make a day? How much money?
$60 per horse.
How many horses do you take care of?
Right now, I got 2.
You want to tell me how you got involved with these two people?
My husband says it was very dumb of me.
Okay. Well, you never knew him, according to what I read.
I never knew Paul Cole. I did
well, you know
Jimmy Patine. Jimmy's father approached me, asked me to call him and teach him about the new HISA rules, HISA rules, which is the Horse Racing Integrity Safety Act, which is new. It was started in about July a year ago. I did so. Jimmy said he was doing well.
This is Jimmy.
The trainer.
Just a second. Stand up. Move over. Do you remember that conversation, Jimmy?
Yes.
And you remember what date that conversation was?
Not exactly.
Do you remember when that was?
Probably around July sometime.
So you told him to watch his back, be careful, there is a new sheriff in town.
Absolutely. So then he showed me a horse, a picture of which is right here.
What's your business, by the way?
I'm a bloodstock agent and a horse trainer.
How long have you been doing that?
30 years.
So this is a picture of the horse, a pretty horse.
Gorgeous.
Okay, and that's Hanger 1.
That's Hanger 1, yes.
Keep going.
So he shows me the photo of the horse and says, what do you think? Do you think this horse will make it in the show ring? And I said, absolutely. He's gorgeous.
But just a second. You remember that conversation?
Yes.
You think the horse will make it in the show ring.
Yes.
Was this conversation in person?
It was on the phone.
How did you get the picture?
He texted it to me.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, at that time, Jimmy, at that time you were working for Mr. Cole.
Yes.
We're going to get to independent thought.
Cole claims his customer, Paula Capestro, refuses to pay for the racehorse she purchased. Paula is countersuing for the costs of caring for the horse.
Right now, you helped him select Hanger 1 back in May. Is that correct?
Yes.
And Hanger 1 was underperforming.
Yes.
And you also noticed prior to this conversation that the horse had sort of swollen ankles.
Yes.
And I want you to be very careful with this answer. You discussed the swollen ankles with Mr. Cole.
Yes.
Did you discuss with him selling the horse?
Yes.
Prior to your conversation with the defendant?
No.
When?
Shortly thereafter, I had talked to Paula.
Well, why would you ask her if she were interested and text her a picture of this horse if your boss hadn't told you that he was looking to get rid of the horse? Come up with an answer, Jim. Don't speak, Cole. Come up with an answer, Jimmy. You're an employee. You told him to buy the horse. The horse underperformed and then had swollen ankles, which you saw.
One swollen ankle.
Is that the same swollen ankle where it had a broken ankle? Is that the same ankle?
I never knew the horse to have a broken ankle, man.
But now you know.
I do now.
Now you know. So I'm asking you a question.
I don't.
Was that the same ankle?
I'm not 100% certain.
Are you 90% certain? No. Has anyone told you since, Jimmy, that the horse had a broken ankle at some point in its life?
I'm not 100% certain which ankle was broken.
But you knew.
The tendon sheath was on the left front.
So now, just serendipitously, you're speaking to this person who was a friend of your father's and who you knew, and ask her, do you think it would be a nice show horse? So now we're going to get back to your case. It is your claim, Mr. Cole, that there was a contract for the sale of this horse for $5,000, that the defendant, Ms. Capestro, picked up the horse, didn't pay anybody $5,000, and within days or a week, called you and said, this horse is injured. I don't want it. You say the sale was concluded. She owes you the $5,000 for the horse. That's your case. It is the defendant's position that she picked up the horse to have a look-see at it before she paid $5,000, which is why she didn't pay $5,000 when she picked up the horse. She didn't give you $5,000, did she?
No.
Didn't give you $5,000, did she? She just picked up the horse, which you gave her. Were you there when she picked up the horse?
Yes.
All you have to do is tell the truth. Then you don't have to have a good memory. Do you understand? So you were there when she picked up the horse. Did you ask her for the $5,000? That's a question. Did you ask her for the $5,000?
No.
Now, that was on the 2nd of August. Did you tell Mr. Cole that the horse had been picked up?
Yes.
And what did he say to you?
Good.
Good. Did he say to you, where's my money? The answer is yes or no. No.
Not at that moment.
No. When did you ascertain that the defendant was not happy with the horse?
I believe it was the following Friday. They had the vets come out, I guess, to look at the horses.
Jimmy, did you say to her, what do I care about whether the vet's coming to look at the horse or not? Where's Mr. Cole's money?
No, I didn't say that.
No, because you knew she was having the vet come out to look at the horse to make sure that the horse was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before she bought it.
The reason why she was having the horse vetted out was because they're worth a lot more money in the show world if the horse has a vet clearance saying that she could possibly be making 6 figures with the horse.
Maybe it would turn into the most substantial horse in the world. What did that have to do with Mr. Cole's money? She wasn't going to give him any more money if the vet came out and said, oh, this is some bargain for $5,000. She wasn't going to say, listen, I'll give you $50,000 for the horse.
No. We wanted $5,000, which is what we paid for it, and she thought she thought she'd get out on the horse no matter what. But if the horse did vet out, it was going to be definitely a bigger payoff for her.
Okay, I don't think so. Anyway, now you have to prove to me, Mr. Cole, that there was a completed sale, because certain things are common sense.
This is the copy of the letter that I sent to her indicating that we delivered the horse. She indicated...
No. Before you sent her a letter demanding your money, I want to see a completed contract. It can be a contract.
It was a verbal contract.
Show me the texts that complete the contract, because right now, Mr. Cole, I want to tell you what I see. I see somebody picking up an animal and having it checked out by the vet. Nothing was done, and she agreed to pay the $5,000 for the horse if the horse checked out. Just a second. I don't want to see your statements to her that you owe me money. I want to see, when she bought the horse, text messages.
That's what I have right here, Your Honor.
I want us to take a look at.
On Wednesday, July 26th, she starts the conversation back and forth.
Just a second. I'm going to look at it. On August 4th, you wrote, Paul Cole, please send him the money so I don't have to deal with this anymore. She responds, sorry, Paul, but your horse has a lot of issues. It's going to take 6 months rehab before we can give him away to a nice home. Jimmy, your horse has all kinds of problems. This is why we always vet them. Has to be done. I'm sending the report now. That's what she wrote to you. Mr. Cole, would you have purchased this horse if you knew that it had a broken leg when you were going to race it? The answer is either yes or no. Would you have purchased?
It did not have a broken leg when we raced it. It was racing.
Just a second. If your trainer had told you on May 23rd that the horse had had a broken leg in the past, would you have bought it?
Yes.
Baloney.
Because it also gets confirmed by the state vet and the track vet, not just his word.
I'm just going to look and see whether or not the horse had a broken leg.
There was no way for us to know until after.
Well, that would not be her problem. Can I see the vet's report, please?
Both of these. Your Honor, there's 2 reports.
Shh. Oh, this has a report, study date August 3rd. This was the day after you got him.
That's correct, Your Honor.
So the horse broke his leg on June 7th of 2022. Which leg?
Same one, left front.
Paul Cole has accused his customer, Paula Capestro, of refusing to pay for the racehorse she purchased. Paula is countersuing, claiming Paul knowingly sold her an injured horse.
Where's the horse now?
The horse is in the possession of...
And how did that happen?
She was the one that had the horse when he originally fractured his ankle in 2022. I contacted her, and that's when I learned that it had been the same ankle that had fractured again now in 2023.
So you gave the horse back to that person?
She's a good caretaker.
Just a second. I'm asking you a question.
Yes, I sent it back.
For nothing?
Nothing.
Do you know who you bought the horse from?
The owner was... that we claimed the horse from in the race was the trainer.
So you got it from her who had been racing the horse?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you told Mr. Cole to buy the horse, did she tell you that the horse had broken its ankle?
Nobody. We didn't know.
I never knew until the vet report that she sent.
Well, let me ask you this question. Mr. Cole, if you knew then what you know now, would you have purchased the horse?
No.
The answer is no. Wouldn't it have been a good idea, Mr. Trainer, to tell Mr. Cole, listen, it looks like a nice horse, but we really should get it examined before?
You can't do that.
You can't do that when you claim a horse.
Right.
As far as the horse is concerned, the horse never won a race that you saw.
Right.
Okay. When did you purchase a horse like this? You took it to the vet the very next day that you picked it up.
Correct.
When did you tell Jimmy that you weren't purchasing this horse?
2 days, 3 days later, I sent a text.
And what did the text say?
It was a copy of the text I sent to Mr. Cole.
Which said what?
I can't buy your horse. He's got a lot of problems. It's a good thing you quit racing.
And so you sent it to Mr. Cole?
Yes.
No.
And what did Mr. Cole say to you in response?
You put it in the trailer, you own it.
Now I'll see your letter.
So I never had any conversation or text back and forth with her. I sent her this letter as the first communication I had with her, in which time I was seeking payment. Her response is written at the bottom.
She said to you in her answer, And you said, I demand my money. And she said, Hanger 1 did not pass the vet exam and I opted out of the sale. This was disclosed to Jimmy along with the vet report. Jimmy was coming to pick up the horse or leave him as a giveaway horse. Did you answer her?
I did. We would start with a long list of texts back and forth that you should have.
Oh, okay. So it comes in here.
Correct.
Well, so it was your position that the minute she took possession of the horse, it became hers.
These are the agreements that Jimmy and her had come together with.
It would be stupid. The fact that you were stupid and claimed a horse for $5,000 that it had a broken leg that could have been found out if you had the horse checked out. You chose to do that. You chose, instead of spending maybe $15,000 for a horse, to pay $5,000, sight unseen.
For a little clarity, when you claim a horse, the state vet afterwards vets the horse out after the race. If the horse does not pass, you can void the claim at that point.
Oh, so what you're saying to me is you didn't buy the horse sight unseen. You relied on your trainer to tell you that a state vet was going to look at the horse, and if that horse didn't pass state inspection, you could void the sale.
Correct.
That's exactly what she did.
Except for she didn't bring the horse back.
You wouldn't take the horse back.
She never offered to bring the horse back. She told us to come pick it up in
Oh,
Ohio.
well, that's the same thing. And you said, no, this is a sale, it's finished. So she did the same thing that you did. So my problem with you, madam, quite frankly, is that you gave the horse back to her because you have a counterclaim. And your counterclaim is the money that you spent taking care of the horse, correct?
Correct.
Well, you're not going to get it. He's not getting his money. But I think it was terrible judgment, knowing what you knew, because he didn't know. I believe Mr. Cole. So you're not getting the money.
Okay.
But I do believe that when you buy a horse, like you did, even claiming it, it has to pass a vet's inspection. This vet said it passed inspection. It clearly was a smell test because the horse had a broken leg. Had a broken leg.
It had a broken leg, but not currently had a broken leg.
Okay.
It was cleared to run.
Okay. You know, I'm going to leave you two people exactly where I found you. This was a really very interesting educational process for me. But I think she took the horse with the intention of having a vet check it out. It didn't. She told you to come and get it, and you didn't, so you don't get your money. So you'll eat the expenses that you incurred with the vet and everything else with regard to the horse. We're done. Your claim and counterclaim are both dismissed. We're done.
This court is adjourned.
She's giving it away to somebody else, and we're going home empty-handed and very disappointed.
I think the judge's decision was very fair.
Just because it had an old injury doesn't mean he was still not a good racehorse.
I do know the previous owner was very conscientious in healing the horse the first time.
In this case, we looked more out for the horse and giving him an opportunity to be in the show world than we did worried about the money.
No, it's the best interest of the animal.
I learned a lot about a field that I knew very little about before today and reading the case.
Me too.
But I think that the horse would have been better off just in a nice pasture, enjoying its days. But I think that giving it back to the original owner probably wasn't the right thing to do.
You know, my original sympathies were totally with the defendant. Mm-hmm. But she was a pro. I think that they both deserve each other. She had just nicer frosting. Your mother bought a car for your use.
Mm-hmm.
That's not correct.
He was there during the agreement that we made.
Who was this?
It's my father. He's my witness.
Good. Stand up, sir. You have no personal first-hand knowledge of anything. Is that correct?
No much, because...
Now you can sit. What did you think he was going to say to me?
This is Judy Justice. Chastity Rubio Cortez is suing her son, Christian Rubio Cortez, for an unpaid car loan, DUI fees, and tires.
Court come to order. All rise.
Have a seat, please.
Judge, case 3130, Rubio Cortez versus Rubio Cortez.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ms. Cortez, this is your son. How old are you?
19.
What do you do for a living?
Currently unemployed. I kind of just drive around and deliver food.
Who is this?
It's my father.
Your father and mother are no longer together, I assume?
No.
Is he a witness for you or just here for support?
Yes, ma'am. He's my witness.
Okay. I'm going to start with you, Mr. Cortez. Your mother bought a car for your use. Mm-hmm. In what year?
2022.
So at the time you were 17?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh is not an answer.
Yes, ma'am.
And what was the arrangement you had with your mother?
We would buy the car and split it half and half.
Explain that to me. You're going to cut the car in half?
The price was $4,000, so I would pay $2,000 and she would pay $2,000.
Did your mother have her own car?
She did.
So what you're saying is she was going to make a gift to you of the other $2,000.
No, ma'am. She was also going to use the car as well.
But she had her own car.
She did.
What kind of car did she have?
She had a Ford Explorer.
And what kind of car did you buy with your mother?
It's a Honda Civic Coupe.
What year?
2008.
And what year is the Explorer?
2018.
So if I were going to choose a car to drive around, I would choose the Ford Explorer rather than the 10-year-older Honda Civic. That's what I would choose. Take a vote here? Take a vote here? Yeah. Okay. Now, this is what the case is about. Your mother said you still owe money on the car. And your claim to me is you paid for half.
Correct.
And that's all you're supposed to pay for.
Yes, ma'am.
That's a pretty good story. Now, how old were you when you got your first ticket with the car?
17.
What'd you get a ticket for?
I was on my way home from work, and I ended up falling asleep.
Fell asleep at the wheel of the car. What kind of work were you doing?
I was working at a fast food restaurant.
For how many hours?
8 to 10.
What time of the day or night did you fall asleep at the wheel?
I would say 6 p.m.
Did you damage the car?
No, ma'am.
What did you hit?
I just was.
And that was when you had just gotten the car.
Correct.
Now, when did you get your second ticket?
It was in 2023.
What did you get a ticket for?
I got a DUI.
Did you plead guilty to the DUI?
I did.
How much was the fine for the DUI?
$600.
Who paid that?
My mother.
Well, the $600, now you're over the age of 18. $600 is your punishment for driving while drunk or intoxicated with something else. You wouldn't ask somebody to do your jail time for you. You wouldn't say to my mom, I don't like to be in jail. Could you please go for me? You wouldn't say that to her, right?
No.
Well, the $600 is your penalty for breaking the law. Did you pay your mother back?
Yes, ma'am.
The whole $600?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that true?
That's not correct.
Did he pay you anything towards the $600?
Not towards the $600 yet. He's still paying off the car. He still hasn't paid it off. And the first ticket.
Well, the first ticket was when he was 17 years old.
Yes, ma'am.
And as far as I'm concerned, that ticket is on you. Because I wouldn't have let him keep the car for a second after he had the car for a short period of time, drove recklessly, and then fell asleep at the wheel. Somebody had to have reported it for what he said he was sleeping. Do you understand? Do you know the circumstances of that? Why don't you tell me?
He was coming home from work, and he did end up driving recklessly and like kind of hit an embankment, but didn't total the car or anything.
Well, when did he go to sleep?
Well, he was driving, I guess. I wasn't there.
Well, that's what I asked him. I'm not getting an answer from him.
Yeah. I mean, he got a ticket for reckless driving, and he fell asleep, so...
You mean he fell asleep first?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I wasn't following this. That he fell asleep at the wheel.
Yes.
As a result of which he drove recklessly, for which he got a ticket.
Yes.
Because he was still driving or in the car moving when he was stopped by the police.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, how much are you supposed to pay on the car per week?
$65.
How much in total did you pay on the car?
It was $2,112.
Just on the car?
Mm-hmm.
And how much did you pay your mother in total?
And then there was another $1,420, and that is for the DUIs and other tickets.
So in total, you're going to show me $35.32 in payments to your mother.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that right? Is that what you have? Okay.
Chastity Rubio Cortez claims her son, Christian Rubio Cortez, owes for an unpaid car loan, DUI fees, and tires.
Now, how much do you have, Ms. Cortez, as his total payments to you for everything?
For everything, he has paid on the car $3,235, and he still owes for the DUI fees, the tire rims.
Forget tire rims, forget tires. If you want to pay for his tire rims, that's your business. I don't care if you drive a tire without rims, but nuts and bolts in there. Not when he hasn't paid other tickets. That's on you.
Well, I mean, I was just thinking
he
of
paid $3,235. Well, not so much difference. There's a difference in $300. Now, tell me what your father is going to testify to.
He was there during the agreement that we made.
Good. Stand up, sir. Tell me your last name.
Rubio Cortez.
Mr. Cortez, I want you to think back 2 years when your son was 17. Were you and your wife together at that point?
No.
Where were you when you heard the discussion between your former wife and your son?
I was home.
In whose home?
In my home.
Who lives with you?
My other son.
What was your former wife doing there?
No, I just heard.
Look at me.
Yes, ma'am.
You were home. She wasn't there.
Uh-huh.
So you weren't all in the same house together.
No, my other son, he goes and hang out with them. So that's how I was noticed that they was going to buy another car.
So you don't have no personal first-hand knowledge of anything, is that correct?
No much because
Not much. Well, that was my question.
Yes, ma'am.
I said you have no first-hand personal knowledge of anything.
Yes, ma'am.
Now you can sit. What'd you think he was going to say? What did you think he was going to say to me? You said he was a witness to the agreement that you made with your mother. How's that?
Because me and my brother have both told him about it. And he was...
Okay, very good. Because you told your father. Was your brother there when you and your mother allegedly made this agreement?
Yes, he switched between houses.
Just a second. Where is your brother now?
Not here.
Where is he?
He's at work or home, I guess.
Okay. And so you mind telling me why you brought your father instead of your brother, who you say actually heard this agreement?
Because he couldn't make it.
He couldn't make it because he was home.
He just told me he couldn't make it.
Just a second. Now, you owe your mother $2,600 for the car. Judgment for the plaintiff. We're finished. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This court is adjourned.
We agreed to split it, and she expected me to pay more than what we agreed upon.
Well, because he's not taking responsibility of his actions.
And after that, we got into an argument, and ever since then, we just haven't been on good terms.
He's upset with me right now, but I think it will be okay.
Probably not at the moment going to be talking with her that much, but I'm sure I'll be talking to her again soon.
You know, he could not make a contract with his mother when he was 17.
True.
But because he made payments after he was 18, he ratified that contract. The reason that I didn't give her any money for the first ticket was because once he got that first ticket for reckless driving, I would have taken that car away. I wouldn't have kept it in my name. And the kid, clearly, the young man has an ongoing battle with the truth. The father, however,
he was honest.
Well, not really.
It almost sounded like he thought he could really be a witness because his other son had told him.
You think so?
Something.
You believe in humanity, I think, maybe a little more than I do. I think that he just got caught.
That's also possible.
Case 3128, Armstrong versus Rada. All parties, please come forward.
Cherie Armstrong is suing 18-year-old horse trainer Raven Rada for the return of a horse.
You folks are all interested in horses.
Yes.
You have several. How many?
Approximately 30. It changes during foaling season because some of them are born and some of them go to new homes.
What do you use them for?
We raise them and show them. So the stallions are often bred, and then we show the babies and the broodmares along with the stallions, and then sell the babies off to prospective show horse homes.
And how long have you been doing this?
My family has been doing it since I was 8 years old. I personally am doing it since I was about 14. So I'm 30 now, so it's been quite a while.
Okay. What about you? What's your interest in horses?
My interest in horses is a lot based on Mustangs, which I go and adopt Mustangs each year, train them, and sell them during the shows over the summer.
Okay. So this is what the case is about. Miss Armstrong, you sold in October of last year 2 horses to the defendant. A 3-month-old,
yes,
which you sold to her for $3,000.
Yes.
And a yearling, which I assume is a year old.
Yes, Your Honor.
For $1,000. And it is your claim that you weren't fully paid for the horses. She didn't pay you anything and then at some point sent you $275, she says. But that you felt as if she was neglecting them and you went to the place where she was keeping the horses and took back the 3-month-old. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
When did you take the baby back?
That would be October 23rd.
And when had you made the sale?
That was October 3rd.
So 20 days later, you took the baby back.
Yes, Your Honor. There were a cumulative amount of events. When she took the horses, she was supposed to make a down payment that day. We had the horses loaded in the trailer, and I said, okay, how much are you putting down today? And she said, well, I won't have anything until Friday, and this was a Wednesday. And so I said, okay, well, I'm not normally comfortable with letting people take anything off property before it's paid in full, but I've known these guys for well over a decade, and so I thought it would be okay. The horses were loaded, and she said, oh, my farrier is gonna meet me at home to do their feet, because they were a little bit overdue, and they kind of needed done, and I was like, well, they're in the trailer, they're gonna get their feet done. I guess I can wait for a payment until Friday. Friday didn't come yet because Thursday I got a message that she had put those 3 new horses in a herd of established Mustangs who attacked the yearling, trampled her, and split her leg open.
Just a second.
Yes.
So far, is that correct?
No.
Cherie Armstrong claims 18-year-old horse trainer Raven Rada refuses to return her horse. Raven is countersuing, claiming Cherie wrongfully retrieved one of her horses.
Well, tell me how the yearling got trampled. You don't seem to deny that that happened.
No, she did get trampled.
Okay. So, and she got trampled by what?
A quarter horse. And
that was on your property?
Yes.
Your Honor, it's not quite trampled.
Just a second.
Sorry.
And it was bad enough, Miss Rada, that you called the plaintiff.
Yes.
What did you say to her when you called her?
That the quarter horse was able to roll the paint horse and created an injury.
Did you tell her how the horse was injured? What did you tell her about the injury?
That the injury was bad enough where it was bleeding and it would need a vet.
Why did you call her?
Because in her contract, she stated that she would like to know when a horse gets injured, when one of the horses would get injured.
Do you have a contract?
Yes, I do have.
I'd like to take a look at it. And is it a contract that you signed?
That we both signed.
Good. I'd like to see it.
I'm trying to find it, sir. Here you go.
Your Honor.
Just wait.
Well, I don't understand the bill of sale. Actually, I understand that it's a nice contract and that it was for $4,000. Payments scheduled every what?
It was supposed to be a time frame, but when she came to get the horses, she said, well, I'm not sure on the time frame yet. I can let you know Friday when I give you the money.
Okay, payment, buyer will provide the seller with a down payment of $0.
Yep, because I filled it out with her on Wednesday when she picked them up.
So you filled this out on the 3rd?
Yes.
Well, you were supposed to make your first payment on Friday. What happened?
The vet, when we had the vet come out.
So what?
I went to go save it so I could pay her back for paying the vet bill, and I was never able to do that.
Well, then you defaulted on the contract. When did you make this first alleged payment of $275?
It was October 23rd when she went and got the colt.
Did you give her a check or
a check?
May I see it?
Yes.
No, this says it's for the vet bill. Just a minute. Did she pay the vet bill for your horse?
Yes.
This isn't payment for any horse. It says clearly vet bill.
We agreed upon at the time of that payment that it would go towards the horse.
Why? Your contract specifically says it does not. And it specifically says vet bill on it. That's what it says. Okay, so let me try to put this in perspective now. Now, you retrieved the baby horse.
So when...
Just a second.
I'm sorry.
You went and got the baby horse because you felt as if there was either trouble with the horses or she hadn't paid for them. Either way, she hadn't paid for them. That's the easiest thing that I have to address because she hadn't paid for anything.
Yes.
Now, it's 5 months later. She took back the baby and you kept the yearling. That's a yes or a no, not a sad look. And did you pay for the yearling?
No.
Well, then it's not your horse, right?
Yes.
Then she gets it back. That's what you want, right?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm not 100% sure that the...
Just a minute. You don't have to go into a whole thing. She bought horses. She didn't pay for the horses. She gets them back. That's easy.
Yes.
Right? Okay, fine. How long will it take you to pick up the horse?
we could come as soon as we get home.
So within 5 days?
Yes, Your Honor.
On 24 hours notice. You want to say something?
I do.
Sure. I assume you're her father.
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Okay.
I did place a lien on the horse because I have at least $750 into this horse.
Somebody allowed you to file a lien on the horse?
You may do that in Idaho, ma'am.
What?
Ma'am, I contacted the brand inspector myself, and there cannot be a lien placed on the horse unless I have been served a copy of that lien and the brand inspector has been served a copy on that lien. And there is nothing on record that has the last name Rada or Armstrong anywhere near it.
She's picking up the horse within 5 days. I
Your
don't
Honor.
care if you have money in it for vet bills, feed. Read the contract. Did you read the contract?
Yes,
Did you
Your
read
Honor.
the contract? All right. The
I would
contract
have
is
never signed it.
specifically clear that once the horse leaves her property, the buyer is responsible for all vets, feed, care, shoes, whatever it is. That was her responsibility. She didn't pay for the horse. And if she came to her daddy and said, could you help me pay for these expenses? Well, she's 18 years old.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sue her.
Okay, Your Honor.
Within 5 days, on 24 hours' notice, the plaintiff is picking up the yearling. Now, there is sort of a ridiculous counterclaim. You want $3,000 for the return of the baby. You really don't want that. You know, there's no legal basis for you to have that. You didn't pay for it.
Yeah, sure.
And you were supposed to pay for it. Okay, you have my order. The order is that within 5 days you pick up the yearling. Your counterclaim is dismissed. You want the return of the baby. You didn't pay for the baby. The baby stays where it is. Thank you very much. We're done.
This court is adjourned.
He had messaged me saying, the little filly needs to go to the vet. My horse rolled her, got jealous, attacked and rolled her.
She managed to roll it because they were sitting there playing around.
I think that she loves her animals very much. I just think she's a little bit underinformed on some of the basics with introducing new horses and handling some emergency medical care.
Probably take more caution and separate them a little bit more.
I didn't get the feeling, Sarah, that that young girl was devastated by the decision. I don't know why.
Yeah, I feel like you made it pretty cut and dry. We didn't get into any of the nitty-gritty about how the horse came versus how it left. It was a very simple contractual. You owed the money, you didn't pay, the horse goes back, period. And so I think maybe that's what removed the emotion
from it.
out of it. It's just she had no excuse. She knew she didn't pay for it, but I think it was pretty cut and dry at the end of the day. You bought a horse, but didn't buy it.
Right,
So
didn't pay for it.
Yeah.
You made a loan, and she hasn't paid you back.
I said, you need to pay me. She said, I want to help. And I said, okay. Never. This is my family's charity.
You're in this to make money. She never said, I'm going to make a donation to your side hustle charity.
Sun versus Gray.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Miss Sun, this is a relatively simple case that we will unravel. You allege that you made a loan to Miss Gray, and she hasn't paid you back. Miss Gray said, no, you never made a loan to her. What you did was you made a charitable donation. That's your defense. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay, so I'm going to start with you. Tell me what kind of work you do.
Sales and customer service.
Right. Tell me what you have to do with bingo.
I've been doing bingo since I was about 18 years old.
What do you mean you've been doing bingo? You're playing the game?
Playing or working it, yes.
What does that mean, playing or working? Playing, I understand. I've done that a couple of times myself. Working, I don't understand.
Well, you have to have a 501c3.
Yeah.
It has to be a charity that you are supporting for the bingo games in California.
Okay,
and
just a second.
Okay.
So you set up bingo games, and part of the money that you get, you donate to charity, and that is a source of income for you.
No, I don't make any income.
Nothing?
No. I do make tips, though.
Just a second. So you make income?
Correct.
And how long have you been doing that?
About 25 years now.
How much money annually would you say, calculated guess, that you make from the tips from the business?
Annually, maybe $25,000.
Okay. And how many of these bingo games do you do every year?
We do it every week. Once a week.
Every week?
Once a week, correct.
And what's the name of your 501c3?
Alpha Recovery Life Systems.
Okay, you got it? I'm going to stop there. I'm going to take a look at it. And I want to see their last filed tax return.
They don't pay taxes. It's a charity.
If you're a 501c3, you have to file. You pay somebody, you have an employee at the 501c3, one employee.
No,
I'll find out the answer from this.
I don't have any employees. This is my family's charity.
What I'm saying is you don't pay anybody from the money that you collect at the bingo games.
Correct.
Nobody gets paid.
Correct.
So for a 501c3, look up.
You located 1-2 Road?
Correct.
Who lives there?
My father. Another employee at the charity.
What do you mean another employee of the charity? First you said there were none. Hold on. Let's get this straight. How much does your father get paid from the charity?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
It's just a fundraiser for the charity to help support all the programs they have. So I don't have anything to do with that part.
According to their filing requirement code, says they've stated they make income less than $25,000 per year.
Well, she makes $25,000 a year in tips.
Well, that's just the type of filing, the 990, required to file Form 990N, income less than $25,000 a year.
Cute.
The charity's only been in existence since April.
Cute. Okay. So I want you to tell me, how first did you meet her?
I've been playing bingo with Sunny for over 20 years.
And I want you to tell me about this $6,000 she gave you.
Well, I was opening up the bingo parlor.
Just a second. Opening up what bingo parlor and when?
The grand opening was on April the 16th, 2023.
Where?
In Lake Forest, California.
Who pays the rent?
Who pays the rent for that?
Who pays the rent? You were opening up a place to play bingo. Who pays the rent?
We pay the rent from the proceeds of the bingo game.
And then there are people who run the bingo game.
Correct.
And who pays them?
We're all volunteers.
Well, you're not a volunteer. You make tips. That's the idea. That's how you make money. You make $25,000 out of your tips in cash?
Yes.
Yes. How much do you have to pay to play a game of bingo?
Between $300 to $3,000.
To play one game?
1 day.
One whole day?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that right? You pay either between $300 or $3,000 to play bingo for a day?
For the charity? Oh, I'm sorry. Are you saying the player?
I asked her how much did it cost for Miss Sun to play bingo for a day?
Oh, the buy-in.
No, I asked her.
Okay.
She said between $300 and $3,000.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And how many people would you say you play with at one time?
In her place.
Let's start in her place, because her place, she says, is for charity.
When I start the first day, we had at about 150 people.
And 150 people, and you play once a week?
Once a week.
Okay. And 150 people is an average number of people?
No, after first week, about 50 to 60 people.
Okay. And those people pay anywhere between $300 and $3,000 to play?
Maybe 200 to...
No, that's a big span.
You have to buy in to play bingo.
Yes.
The minimum buy-in was $40.
And does that go up?
There are side games that you can purchase on your own that are $1 a piece. So you can purchase 20, you can purchase 100. Some people, such as Sunny, will probably spend that much money at one time, but there are some people that won't. But the buy-in is $40.
So if you have 50 people, how much of that weekly goes to the charity?
After the balance, we have 50
No.
people?
You see this face?
Yes.
This is an old face, but it's a smart face.
Of course.
You are not in this business for your charity. You're in this business for money. That's what it is. I know all about 501c3s. I was involved in 501c3. I got out of a 501c3. I know all about 501c3s. And I know what the costs are around a 501c3. So let's understand each other. You are not in this for charity. You are in it because you make money from it. The fact that you may donate some of the proceeds to a charity is nice. But we both know that you're in it to make money.
Sunny Sun claims her former friend, Dana Gray, owes for an unpaid loan used to start a charity bingo hall. Dana is countersuing for defamation and lost wages.
So let's end any notion that I think that you have totally altruistic motives for being involved in this charity to rehabilitate people. I want us to understand each other.
100%.
We got it? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Can I show you a profit and loss statement so you can see how the breakdown goes?
Do you think that I'm going to believe that? After what I just read on the internet, that you said that it makes less than $25,000 a year, you're going to want me to believe your profit and loss statement?
No,
Don't be
want
ridiculous.
You to see how it's broken down so that you can see how many people you have, how much it costs for them to have it.
You're in this to make money. Tangentially, you also support a charity, but you make money. You don't take your $25,000 a year, if that's all you get, and donate it to the charity. You don't do that. You keep that. So you're in it to make money. She gave you $6,000. You've been playing bingo with her for 20 years. I want you to tell me a story that this old but seasoned face is going to believe. Do you understand?
I do.
All righty. Let's start from there.
Okay. When I was starting up my bingo game in the bingo parlor, there were startup costs that were associated with it. Rental, paper, tabs, the whole nine. Okay?
I understand what you're saying.
I also have to have attendance. You have to have people coming to play. If you don't have people coming to play, spending $300 or $3,000, it doesn't work, okay? I literally went to Sunny because I called the place that she plays. And I said, I'm opening up a bingo game. I want you to come. She lives in the neighborhood. She said, let's talk about that. I said, okay. We met for brunch. She paid. She said,
No.
talk.
Now you met for lunch.
Yes.
Brunch.
Brunch, because we went to a cafe.
Go ahead, and now you are opening up a bingo parlor.
Yes.
Where you're going to make money.
Correct.
And you needed money for startup costs.
Correct.
Okay, so now you're sitting down with Sunny.
Okay.
Very slowly, so that this face, madam, believes you.
Okay. Your Honor, I did not need Sunny for startup
Just a
money.
second. Now that's called editorializing. Let's meet up for brunch.
That's what she said. Let's meet up for brunch. She asked me about the charity. I told her about the charity. I told her that it was going to cost a lot. I've already had
No. Tell me. I want you to say, she said this to me. We sat down for brunch.
Okay.
I ordered scrambled eggs. She ordered oatmeal with raisins and cinnamon. We both ordered coffee. And we started to talk about my new business.
Correct.
I want you to tell me what you said to her and what she said to you. Then she's going to tell me her recollection of that. Okay. So make sure that I believe your recollection of it.
Okay. When we were talking about the charity,
I didn't hear you talking about charity.
I said to her, the bingo parlor was supposed to be built out for my family's charity. She said, where do I have my 501c?
Just a second. You mean before that, when you played bingo with her, she had no knowledge that part of the money went to charity from the other bingo games that you were in?
Yes, she does.
She did?
Yes.
So this was not news to her that you were opening this up?
That you had to have a charity. So she asked me what my charity was.
I thought you said she knew about it.
No, you have to have a charity to have a bingo game.
Madam,
so she asked me about my charity.
That's interesting news. That you have to have a charity to have a bingo game. So no, it's all coming together. I love when it all comes together. Okay, keep talking.
Okay, I told her that all the things that I'd already done to get the games going. I told her I got the license, I got the insurance, I got everything that was needed. I found a spot to have it. She asked me when I was going to have the grand opening. I told her in April. That was the extent of the conversation.
Good.
Then she said, how much are you paying for to get this all started? I said, I'm paying $6,000 and the charity is paying $12,000. That's exactly what I told her.
Okay, she said, how much are you paying?
She said, I'm paying $6,000.
I'm paying $6,000 and the charity is paying $12,000.
Correct.
Keep going.
Because we had to have the startup cost covered. I said, I have 4 TVs. She said,
What?
You have to have monitors all over the room.
Okay, you had 4 TVs.
I have 4 TVs.
Okay, but now you had your startup money.
Things.
Just a second, you had your startup money.
Correct.
You $6,000 and your father $12,000.
Correct. So she said, I want to help. And I said, okay, because I know that she knows.
Not because I know she knows.
Because she told me that the people who come to the other bingo halls who spend a lot of money come because she's there and she influences them. And I said, well, that's great. That's what I needed Sunny for. I needed her to get people to come to this bingo game, especially for it being like grand opening in like 4 weeks. And she said, I have influence with all these other different bingo halls that she's in. And I said, oh, okay, well, that's great. She said, at first I was going to give you $3,000, but now I'm going to do $6,000 because she wanted to do the same amount that I had done. I can show you my bank statement. I can show you my bank statements. I had money in my accounts. I did not need money from Sunny. What I needed from her is to get people to come to the bingo.
But you took her money.
I did, of course I did.
You didn't need money, but you took her money.
I did because the arrangement was she said she had retired.
Just a second.
Okay.
Show me where you put her $6,000.
In savings.
Like to see it. Whose account is this?
Mine.
Your personal account?
Correct.
Your defense to her action is that she was making a charitable donation. Why isn't this made payable to a charity? Charity, she can deduct. You took the $6,000 check and put it in your own bank.
I then put another deposit, which you can see there, to the charity to pay off all the stuff we had to pay in the beginning.
No.
Which you can
You take her check and you put it in the charity. You put it in the charity in the 501c3. Let's see. Withdrawal 412, $4,362. Where did that go?
To the charity.
Show me.
I don't have that.
Show me.
I don't.
Show me on 412.
That's how I was able to pay for everything.
I'm just curious. I want to see on 412. You withdrew. You didn't transfer. You withdrew $4,362.
Correct. I was trying to get all the syrup stuff done, Your Honor. That was just how I did it.
Yeah. Loosey-goosey.
I can show you the invoices for the vendors for that same time frame.
I don't give a rat's ass.
Sunny's son claims her former friend, Dana Gray, owes for an unpaid loan used to start a charity bingo hall. Dana is countersuing for defamation and lost wages.
Listen, you and I both know, madam, I'm going to get her story in a second just to wrap it all up, but you and I both know that this is a 501c3 hustle. People have a good time, they play bingo, but the 501c3 covers you so that most of the costs that are involved, you get to write off because it's a 501c3. I got the hustle. Okay. Now I'm not asking you a question anymore. There are no more questions. Now, I would like you to go back to the brunch. Do you remember having brunch with her?
The week before she was approaching me, she's opening the bingo place. And I said, okay, we meet and let's talk. So
What did you want to talk to her about, by the way?
Because I play bingo.
You play bingo regularly?
Yes.
I assume you win.
Win and lose.
You win and
two
lose.
times a week.
Tell me what you do for a living.
I'm retired for the real estate and finance advisor.
Do you have a lot of money?
Oh, no. I would say comfortable.
You're comfortable?
Yes.
Okay.
So I play the bingo. I probably spend more than her. Even she goes 4 or 5 times a week. I only goes 2 times a week. I cannot afford to go more than 2 times a week.
Okay, I want you to get back to the...
Okay, so I met her. Okay, I met her February 24th, 2023. I met her, and she was telling me before she needed $5,000. And I said, okay.
What did she tell you she needed $5,000
$5,000 to start the bingo. At that time, she told me her father's foundation paid also $18,000. I said, okay, then I will loan you $5,000. And I said, okay, where I write a check? And she said, oh, by the way, put up $1,000 more, $6,000. So I said, who should I write a check? She said, me. Actually, the day before I changed my mind, I don't want to do it. I told her, I said, you know what? I loan you some money, but I'm not going to involve the bingo. She gives me tears. My heart goes, a week. So I said, okay, I'll help you. Because she knows I know so many big spenders, and they followed me. So I give her $6,000, and she told me, Sonny, I'll pay you right away soon, but 6 months, I'll pay you. I said, okay. She didn't pay it because I'm the one who count the money. I figure out all the taps, like what she said, $1, spend extra money to buy taps. That's why people spend the money. I know exactly how much she made. And every single Sunday, I said, you need to pay me. She said, okay. She said, we're going to make a lot of money. I'll pay you. So I said, okay, I give you 6 months. and you can pay me. And she said, okay, I'll pay you 6 months' time.
You have any messages to
No,
that
it's
effect?
just verbally.
Okay, that's all I want to know.
Yes, and then I've been working every Sunday, bring all my friends there. A lot of time I'm there before her, which is about 11:30 to 6:30 all day. I stand up and I help her for the...
Miss Sun.
Yes.
I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to be very, very careful with your answer to me. You worked in real estate for a while?
Yes, ma'am.
So you had a business?
Yes, I'm a businesswoman. I owned a couple of businesses before.
Okay. And how old are you?
66.
Do you live by yourself?
No, I live with my husband.
Was he a working person?
He's a retired civil engineer for many, many years.
Can you tell me how many charitable donations in excess of $1,000 you made over your lifetime?
Never.
No, how did I know that? We don't even know each other.
Your Honor, she plays bingo twice a week and spends over $1,200 each time.
What does that have to do with you?
That's to a charity.
Just a minute. That's her pleasure.
Yes.
You don't understand.
Yes,
no.
my
That's
pleasure.
That's not for a charity.
Yeah.
You don't have to help me, Miss Sun. That's not for a charity. She plays bingo because she likes it. And the fact that you all have figured out this side hustle to make money, don't try to convince yourself or me that she plays bingo to help a charity. She doesn't. She plays bingo for fun. I know exactly who she is, and I know exactly that she's never made a charitable donation as a business person with she and her husband working, because I know that. I know that. And I know here that she never said, I'm going to make a donation to your side hustle charity.
She did not. She did not. She said it was bingo support, which is on the memo of her check. It's bingo support. She's a businesswoman.
What does that mean? She's a businesswoman. That means she's going to get the money back.
Bingo for us starting it off. That's what it was.
Just a second. I don't want you to speak.
Day one, she gave me this gold bracelet. She gave me this gold bracelet day one. Say, I hope we're off to a good start. We're going to be successful. There's more.
Just a second. I don't want you to speak. She gave you a gold bracelet. We're going to be successful. That means she's going to get her money back.
Correct.
She's going to get her money back. What do you mean we're going to be successful? She's not a charity. You're the side hustle charity.
I literally said.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $6,000. It's just too bad that people don't recognize the side hustles. Goodbye.
This court is adjourned.
It wasn't really a charitable donation. It was to support the charity. It was a little bit different.
I'm so glad I'm here, and I think everything was a great result.
We were both in it together, and it did not do well, and she literally got impatient and was ready to stop.
I don't have that kind of money to donating to anybody.
My heart is in the right place for everything I do for the charity and for the people in the community.
No more bingo with her at all.
Some of the things that she said there just was not even true.
You could probably tell from my reaction to this case that I'm sensitive about administrative costs and 501c3s.
Sure.
So much of every dollar goes to administrative costs. Sometimes those administrative costs are reasonable. You donate $1, but they need 40 cents on that dollar in order to
cover the costs.
Some, you donate $1 and 90 cents is cost. And only 10% go to feed the hungry or save the dog or whatever. If you make an item and you sell it and you say, for every pair of sneakers I sell, a portion is going to be donated, that will make you a 501c3.
Got to be careful and smart with your money.
ব্রেকিং নিউজ কেন 1 বছর আগে হাথুরুর বিপক্ষে শাস্তিমূলক ব্যবস্থা নেওয়া হয়নি বিস্তারিত দেখুন পুরো ভিডিওতে দর্শক ইতিহাস জানাচ্ছে আজ থেকে 1 বছর 2 দিন আগে 2023 সালের 13ই অক্টোবর ভারতের চেন্নাইয়ের এম.এ. চিদাম্বরম স্টেডিয়ামে ওয়ানডে বিশ্বকাপে নিউজিল্যান্ডের ম্যাচে বাংলাদেশের দ্বাদশ ব্যক্তি নাসুম আহমেদকে শারীরিকভাবে লাঞ্ছিত করেছিল টাইগার হেড কোচ চন্ডিকা হাথুরু সিংহে বছর পূর্ণ না হতেই সেই অন্যায়ের শাস্তি পেলেন হাথুরু সিংহে তাকে কোচের পদ থেকে সাসপেন্ডের পাশাপাশি শোকজ করল বাংলাদেশ ক্রিকেট বোর্ড সে সঙ্গে বরখাস্তের বিষয়টাও নিশ্চিত করে দিলেন শুধু তাই নয় পরবর্তী কোচও নিয়োগ দিয়ে ফেলেছে বিসিবি সভাপতি ফারুক আহমেদ আজ মঙ্গলবার বিকেলে হাথুরুর শাস্তি ও নিষিদ্ধ এর ব্যাপার বিসিবি সভাপতি ফারুক আহমেদ আজ মঙ্গলবার বিকেলে হাথুরুর শাস্তি ও নিষিদ্ধ করার ব্যাপারে বলেন, এখন আইসিসি খুব স্ট্রংলি রেসিজম, অ্যাবিউজ এগুলো হ্যান্ডেল করে। যদি অ্যাসল্টের মতো কিছু হয় তাহলে আরও সিরিয়াসলি হ্যান্ডেল করবে। বিসিবি প্রধান বোঝানোর চেষ্টা করেন উদ্ভূত পরিস্থিতিতে হুট করে একটা ঘটনা ঘটতেই পারে, কিন্তু জাতীয় দলের কোনো ক্রিকেটারকে একজন কোচ কোনোভাবেই লাঞ্ছিত করতে পারেন না। নাসুম আহমেদের নাম না ধরে ফারুক আহমেদ বলে ওঠেন, আপনি জানেন একটা পার্টিকুলার ওই ছেলের জন্য খুবই বাজে একটা জিনিস। মনে হয়েছে যে এটা আসলে কিছু একটা হলে ভালো হয়। খুব ভালোভাবে বোঝান, সে ন্যাশনাল টিমের প্লেয়ার। তিনি আরও যোগ, উই আর হিউম্যান বিং। আমি ডিফেন্ড করতে চাচ্ছি না। হিট অ্যাট দ্য মোমেন্ট একটা জিনিস হতেই পারে, বাট ফিজিক্যাল অ্যাসল্ট আসলে কোনো পর্যায়ে কোনোভাবে একটা ন্যাশনাল প্লেয়ারকে আপনি করতে পারেন না। হাথুরুকে যে শাস্তি দেওয়া হয়েছে সেটা ওই অন্যায় আচরণের শাস্তি বলেই অভিহিত করেন বিসিবি প্রেসিডেন্ট। এটার শাস্তি নাকি ওই আর কি, যেটা হচ্ছে আর কি এখন বরখাস্ত ও শোকেস নোটিশ। ওইটাই হওয়া উচিত ছিল আজ থেকে আগে, এটা যেটা হলো। বিসিবি প্রধানের এমন বক্তব্যের পর খুব স্বাভাবিকভাবেই প্রশ্ন ওঠে, একজন ক্রিকেটারকে লাঞ্ছিত করার অনিবার্য শাস্তি পেলেন হাথুরু, কিন্তু 1 বছর পরে কেন? কী কারণে এতদিন তার বিপক্ষে অ্যাকশন নিল বিসিবি? নাজমুল হাসান পাপনের নেতৃত্বে যে বোর্ড ছিল, সেই বোর্ড তো গত ওয়ানডে ও টি-20 বিশ্বকাপের ব্যর্থতার কারণ অনুসন্ধানের জন্য 3 সদস্যের একটি কমিটিও গঠন করেছিল। তবে কি ওই কমিটির রিপোর্টে হাথুরুর হাতে নাসুমের লাঞ্ছিত হবার ঘটনার উল্লেখ নেই? তদন্ত কমিটি তথা বিসিবি কি তবে হাথুরুকে বাঁচাতেই নাসুমের লাঞ্ছিত হওয়ার ঘটনা বেমালুম চেপে গেছেন? নাকি তদন্ত কমিটির রিপোর্টে হেড কোচ হাথুরু সিংহের হাতে নাসুমের লাঞ্ছিত হওয়ার ঘটনার উল্লেখ থাকলে